dress. Ghana's IMF program remains solid and on track. This is according to the IMF resident rep. Fiscal discipline, cedi stability made 2025 a very good year. This is according to IMF. Short operators are saying that the price hikes, the fare hikes is order from above. Oh, what really is that order from above? We'll be getting into all that this morning here on the Super Morning Show. Once again, you can message us 055-111-1997. Your birthdays as well. We'll be glad to read them on the show. Welcome. My name is Kojo Boateng. Here with Winston and the rest of the team. It's a Friday. News coming up. Stay with us.
Hello, good morning and welcome to Joy News at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM, hits 103.9 FM in Accra. In Kumasi, we on Love 99.5 and in all 16 regions of Ghana via various affiliates. Also live on myjoyonline.com, X Spaces, YouTube and on Facebook. Coming up, after years on the run, the state has finally nabbed former Maslock CEO Sedina Tamakloe in the US, the central figure in a multi-million CD corruption scandal in 2019. We have details from the ambassador, Victor Smith. Also this morning, minority spokesperson on foreign affairs chastises Ghana's foreign minister for reckless diplomacy in the wake of US freezing of immigrant visa.
If you take the statement issued by the African Union, for example, and you put it side by side the statement issued by the foreign ministry of our country, you will find that the African Union one was well nuanced, was very diplomatic. The Ghana one, at best, will be seen as a belligerent statement.
In business,
oil marketing companies set to reduce fuel prices by more than 3% a litre today. We've got details on the Joy Business Report.
And later, government to meet transport unions later today over the scarcity of commercial buses, which leaves passengers stranded for hours, among other pertinent issues facing the transport sector. Stay for details. This morning, Ghana has recorded a major breakthrough in the Maslock corruption case with the arrest of former Chief Executive Officer Sedina Tamakloe. Madam Tamakloe was convicted in absentia in 2024 after the court found that during her tenure at the Microfinance and Small Loan Center, she embezzled more than 90 million cedis in public funds through unauthorized loans, inflated contracts and payments to individuals and companies linked to her office, in clear violation of procurement and financial management laws. Her disappearance during the trial stalled enforcement of the sentence, raising public concerns about accountability and justice, with some people raising concerns, including lawyer Frank Davis, criticizing government over the unfair treatment of Ken Oforiatta.
Sedina Tamakloe has been convicted by a court of competent jurisdiction of corruption and corruptible tendencies. She has been convicted and is now a jailbird. She's a criminal fugitive in the United States. I think our government, on the threshold of what they promised Ghanaians, should be able to bring Tamakloe back to Ghana, and then they can deal with Ken Oforiatta. Now, Sedina Tamakloe, she has blood running through her veins. Ken Oforiatta has palm kernel oil, adrengo, in his veins. So he is now more important than Sedina Tamakloe, who has been convicted. This is the justice we are preaching in Ghana.
Well, a press statement issued by Victor Emmanuel Smith, the U.S. ambassador, the Ghana ambassador to the U.S., says she's being detained at the Nevada Southern Detention Center located at 2190 East Mesquite Avenue in Nevada. And Daryl Kwao has details of that statement, joins me in the studio. Daryl, what more is in that statement?
Well, the ambassador says she was detained by U.S. Marshals on January 6th and has since been kept at the detention center. Quote, I'm reliably informed that acting on an extradition request sent to the U.S. authorities sometime in July 2024, U.S. Marshals arrested Mrs. Tamakloe and placed her in detention to await her day in court. End of quote. And so that's the statement from Victor Emmanuel Smith, the ambassador, U.S. Ghana ambassador to the U.S.
Thank you very much, Dara, for the update. Now, moving on, Minority spokesperson on Foreign Affairs, Samuel Abujinapo, has criticized Foreign Affairs Minister Samuel Kojo over the U.S. decision to freeze immigrant visa processing for Ghana and 74 other countries. He argues that Ghana's national interest should guide diplomacy after government's condemnation of the U.S. over the capture of Venezuela's president. Here are excerpts of an exclusive interview with the parliamentary correspondent, Kwekwa Santi.
From Kajiji to Kwame Danso, Atebubu to Yeji, and finally...
It matters vis-a-vis the broader bilateral relationship between Ghana and the United States. And I want to conclude on that point by just cautioning, even whilst we are restraining ourselves into getting into details and coming to conclusions, that the foreign policy posturing of the government is one that I believe the government should take a second look at. And I give you two examples. Yes. The first one is the whole Middle East conflict and how the government is postured publicly. I think, and I've made this public, I've said it publicly many times, that measured diplomacy always gives better results rather than flamboyant and machoism, if you want.
The government says if an elephant has its foot on the tail of a mouse or of any small animal, and you claim to be diplomatic about it, then you're taking the side of the oppressor. That is why Samuel Kojo and President Mahama says they have to be very frontal in taking a position.
Yeah, but every foreign policy must ultimately inure to the national interest.
Well, the NPP's presidential primaries enters a home stretch. Mr. Jinapo says the NPP should only consider Mr. or Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia.
Who should lead the NPP? And I've said it, and I want to repeat it. I think if you look at the contestants, and I know each one of them personally, I have respect for each one of them. And if you look at the times and the circumstances and all the factors, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia stands tall. And I think if we are poised and determined to win 2028 in particular, the candidate we should put forward should be Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia.
Government will later today hold talks with transport unions about challenges confronting the transport sector. Chief among them is the shortage of commercial buses at the major lorry terminals, which has left passengers stranded for weeks. The meeting will also address concerns over high transport fares, particularly the extra charges imposed by some drivers during peak hours. Ahead of the discussions, commuters expressed frustration, describing daily struggles to secure transport to and fro work.
1 hour to 1.5 hours now. I'm looking for a cab. I'm not getting up my vehicle to my destination.
Where are you going to?
I'm going to Amasaman.
Amasaman?
Yeah.
Is that the case every time or today is different?
No. Today is different. Since long.
I'm going to La Paz. That is the situation we are in at the moment. And then it's not only in the morning. Like right now, you can see the situation. Cars are scarce and they are overpricing and all that.
Meanwhile, the Ghana Private Road Transport Union GPRTU says it expects concrete interventions from government, including the provision of additional buses to ease the pressure on the system. Samuel Amoah is the deputy PRO of the union.
We want the government to assist the private transport sector by assisting us with some more vehicles, because there's individual vehicles that we use to run the transport. We don't have any support, or we don't get any support from the government. And it's one of the things we are going to talk. Although we have placed this request, before His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and looking at how the situation is, it calls for more action.
Chiefs in the Bono East region are calling on government to provide potable drinking water and improve road connections in the area. The chiefs made the appeal through the national chairman of the National Democratic Congress, Johnson Esedun Ketia, during his thank you tour. Bono regional correspondent Anna Sabit reports.
From Kajiji to Kwame Danso, Atebubu to Yeji and finally Prime, day one of this tour was a marathon of gratitude. But in the courtyards of the chiefs and in the town squares, the message from the people was clear. We stood with you, now stand with us. Our water, electricity and our roads are our major concerns. Regional minister spoke about them, but the day these challenges will be fixed, we will not sleep. We shall rejoice and sing till daybreak. The concerns were specific and widespread. Atibubu and Prime appealed for portable water. Yeji pleaded for better roads. Emmanuel Buam is the Member of Parliament for Pro East.
When we assumed office, we have been able to solve these armed robbery issues. As I speak to you, there's always a 24-hour surveillance on our road. Unfortunately for us, the road network is yet to be tackled. And this is much more of the concerns of our people, our constituents. Apart from the major highway, our town roads have been left for the past 8 years, and God knows how long we have suffered on this.
The gratitude tour quickly became a listening tour, a platform where the hopes of the 2024 elections met the hard realities of 2025. The chairman's appeal for patience is a familiar refrain, but in communities thirsty for development, patience is often a scarce resource. Whatever I can do within my means to attract help from government as the national chairman, I am still on it. The concerns registered and assurances offered. Anna Sabit, Joy News, Bono East.
Anna Sabit's report bringing us to the end of this morning's bulletin here on Joy 99.7 FM. Up next is business on the Super Morning Show.
Oh, jump on now. Go. Gugomi, and what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I don't change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind self be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small.
Go, the go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
You need a trusty friend on whom you can depend when things come crashing down. You need a trusty friend on whom you can depend when things come crashing down. Insurance, your trustworthy friend. Insurance, your trustworthy friend.
Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner.
Brush, Pepsodent, Pepsodent.
Brush your teeth every day and night. Up and down and all around. Brush your teeth right. Brush your teeth. Brush it from and out. Underneath and in between. All the germs away.
Brushing gets more fun with your kids with the new Pepsodent Kids toothpaste. Give your smiles protection that lasts. Grab yours today from a store near you. This advert is FDA approved.
Mommy, the needle.
Hello. Please add a pack of needle.
Sure. Sister, is that your daughter?
Yes.
The last time she came to buy needle by herself and I forgot to collect my money.
Oh, sorry. I'll pay today.
Don't be sorry. She made sure to remind me. I love her honesty. So well done.
Oh, thank you. confident, curious kids will change our world. Nido is specially formulated with iron, vitamin C, and A. Nido, your love, their future. This advert is FDA approved.
Chale, imagine hitting the road with total peace of mind. That's the Asempa Super promo, packed with goodies from Imperial General Assurance. From January 1st to April 30, when you insure or renew your motor policy, you are not just protecting your car or yourself. You stand a chance to win instant rewards that make every drive feels like a celebration.
Here's what's waiting for you. Free fuel and EV charging coupons to keep you moving. Free vehicle diagnosis at accredited garages. A 1-year life insurance cover for extra protection and branded souvenirs, umbrellas, tissue boxes, and more.
Don't let this moment pass. Call 0577 667 436 to 8. Speak to your broker or visit any of our agents nationwide. Insure, drive, and win big with Imperial.
Follow us on social media for all updates. T's and C's apply.
Imperial General Assurance. Solid protection.
Imperial General Assurance. Solid protection.
Ama, big news! Star Oil is now the largest oil marketing company in Ghana.
Wow, that's huge!
Yes, so the largest distributor of petroleum products in Ghana. Ever since I switched to Star Oil, my car runs smoother. The fuel lasts longer, no strange engine sound, just clean, powerful performance.
Oh, same here. I used to refill every 3 days until I switched to Star Oil. Now, my fuel lasts way longer. I don't know what magic is inside, but my car loves it.
Exactly. It's not magical. From Accra to Kumasi to Tamale, Star Oil day everywhere with 240 filling stations and counting. That's why more Ghanaians are choosing Star Oil.
Hey, my tank is almost empty. I am heading to Star Oil right now before the queue starts.
I'm right behind you, Ama.
We set out with a mission to serve better and lead boldly. We're proud to say we are Ghana's #1 oil marketing company. To our loyal Star savers across the country, thank you for believing in us. Star Oil, quality and affordable fuels for all.
This December, chop life with no fear of January. You know why? The SG Ghana Festive Cashback promo is here. Use your SG Ghana Visa card. Shop, chill, party, enjoy, and stand the chance of winning your share of 120,000 Ghana cedis. Here's how. Between now and the 31st of January 2026, use your SG Ghana Visa card for all your transactions. Make at least 5 transactions totaling not less than 2,000 Ghana cedis, and your share of the 120,000 Ghana cedis could be a reality in the grand draw. The more transactions you make, the better your chances of winning. So go on, use your SG Ghana Visa card and spend with confidence this Christmas, because January fit reward you big time. Haha! Chale, yes! SG Ghana Festive Cashback promo. Spend now, smile later. For more inquiries, call 0302-214-314. T's and C's apply. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Société Générale Ghana. The future is you.
All right, so welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And the 6 a.m. news brought to us by Absa Bank Ghana Limited. Your story matters. Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner. And Total Energies, Total. We go the extra mile for you. It means we can bring you the Joy Business Report now, brought to us by Safari Eco Park, bringing you closer to nature. And Omni Basic Bank, not just another bank. Daryl,
good morning.
How you doing?
I'm good, you?
Oh, as you can see, it's Friday. We're doing very well. So everything is on course.
Well, I just wanted to say I know who the trumpet is going to today.
Who gets the trumpet?
Let's just hold on. Well, wow. Yeah.
But of course, this morning, lots of issues. The Ghanaian embassy in the United States of America has confirmed that Sedina Tamakloe, former CEO of Maslok, has been arrested and detained following extradition request by the people of Ghana. So in 2024, I will tell you more about that. This morning you've been reading the statement.
Interesting days ahead.
The 6th of January, just around the same time that Ken Uferta was also picked up. Okay, well, you could do the analysis maybe. Find out what that could mean. But in the past there's been a lot of conversation about Sedina Tamakloe, why she's also not being brought to Ghana to serve her sentence, particularly as she was sentenced in absentia. Well, let's see. We'll wait. We'll tell you more about what is happening. But the challenges with transport doesn't seem to go away. Do not seem to go away. The fact that
GPRTU wants to meet with government, and many commuters stranded. Yesterday I saw videos of people, long queues.
Well, that's what I would say. The problem is very big. And the fact that we are leaving public transport to private operators is problematic in itself. Why don't we have a public transport system that is run by the government? Why do we leave with private operators? When they wake up one day and say, well, we don't feel like going to work, everybody's stranded. It affects productivity.
Okay.
Why don't we have a transport system that works for everybody that is being run by the government? You can argue on that.
I think the question could be, why don't we have a state-backed transport system?
Maybe, probably.
Because the challenge is that everything this state called Ghana touches turns into dust.
Unfortunately.
What's become of the Metro Mass system? What's become of it?
It started well.
That's never the problem. The problem is what becomes of it. It's not about how it starts or how it started.
Well, my point is that if it was managed efficiently and properly,
well, it would not be managed efficiently,
which is an unfortunate situation, isn't it?
In the other jurisdictions, and yesterday Ernest sent us a message on the Super Morning Show talking about the fact that look, a lot of the systems that we talk about in other jurisdictions are state-backed private systems. Okay. So the state can decide that, okay, I'm going to zone the country into, say, 10, 15, or I'm going to zone the capital cities. Now you indicate how you intend to run a proper transport system. If the state says that's good, then it's handed over to you, and then you run it. I think that's the way we can go about it.
And I think this situation presents the perfect opportunity for us to rethink how we are managing the transport system in the country. It can't be the same thing. Obviously, next year, if we don't fix it, we'll come back and still complain about
it. It would forever be with us.
Yeah.
It would forever be with us. I do not, because of the challenges that we've seen with our running of some of these, we've tried the Ayalolo, we've done the BRT, the quality transport management. That's not worked. So how about partnering? And the best thing to do in other jurisdictions is that, look, when the state backs these entities, okay, and they have very low fares and they're on time, nobody would tell the trotro driver to reduce.
Speak of low fares, fuel prices are going down,
yeah,
and the transport operators won't cut down on the fares, and so that's also a problem. They'll tell you spare parts, whatever, which I don't get. It's really crazy.
Well, as always, people have a challenge reducing things, but they are always happy when the price goes up.
The Ghanaian has to benefit from fuel prices going down. You always have been looking at the board to find out what fuel is at this moment, but we don't see it translate.
Well, so the Ghana Road Transport Coordinating Council should get to work. Engage them. Get them to reduce the fares. Anyway, these and more coming up. Who gets the trumpet this morning? Brought to us by ECG. Stealing electricity is not patriotic. So call 0302-611-611 to report illegal connections for 6% of the recovered amount as your reward.
We give it to the OMCs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Immediately I saw the fuel price, I said, wow. Lots of people are going to the Palms smiling.
I'm going to be a happy man. Yeah. Okay. So to the OMCs, we say
trumpets. Hi, good morning. Welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up this morning, oil marketing companies set to reduce fuel prices by more than 3% a litre beginning today. Also, IMF defends more than $240 million Bank of Ghana loss assessment due to gold board exposure. Also, in our business journal, we'll tell you how the rise in digital tools is affecting demand for calendars and diaries. Details coming up. My name is Darryl Kwao. Thanks for being with us. Hello to our friends listening from Koforidua on KTU Radio. Oil marketing companies are set to start reducing fuel prices at the pumps beginning today by more than 3% a litre. Here's more in the following report.
The reduction by some of the oil marketing companies is in line with the second pricing window for this month and the data that guides the pricing model of the various firms in the country. A litre of petrol and diesel should drop by as much as 3%, while a kilogram of LPG will witness more than a 5% decline. Some of the oil marketing companies say they will move to adjust their prices by close of today, while others have maintained that the reduction should happen by Monday. Some have also told Joy Business that they will monitor competition before adjusting their prices. Crude oil prices have been going up on the international market. However, the reduction in finished petroleum product prices on the international market, coupled with the cedi's sustained appreciation against the dollar over the past weeks, has played a significant role in the expected reduction.
Well, actually, some OMCs have started reducing their prices. We're just getting indication that oil marketing firm Guel has reduced the price of petrol at the pumps. Petrol dropping to 9 cedis 99 pesos, whilst diesel going for 11 cedis 21 pesos. According to Guel, this is part of efforts to offer discounted fuel prices at 150 selected stations nationwide. Now, the IMF has indicated that it stands by the assessment that the Bank of Ghana will post more than $200 million loss for 2025 due to its exposure to gold board under the domestic gold purchase program. It's coming after the central bank described the IMF's verdict as speculative. Speaking on PM Express Business Edition, the IMF country representative Dr. Adrian Alter noted the call was not meant to demonize the program, but rather highlight the associated risks.
Gold board related activities are quasi-fiscal in nature. Therefore, any loss associated with these activities should not be on the BOG balance sheet, but rather should be brought on balance on the fiscal side. What I understood from the speculative term used by the BOG, basically what they probably meant was that the data that the team reviewed and analyzed was not final because the 2025 accounts are not yet audited. So the expected losses or the realized losses in the end might change up and down once the audit is completed.
Meanwhile, the IMF has described the recent deal between Ghana and the Afrexim Bank as critical in completing debt restructuring with bilateral creditors. Julie Kozak is Director of Communications at the IMF. She spoke at a news conference in Washington, D.C.
We welcome the agreement in principle reached with Afrexim Bank in December 2025. It is in line with the comparability of treatment under the Official Creditor Committee framework, and it is consistent with the objectives and parameters of the IMF-supported program. So this marks a crucial step toward completing Ghana's debt restructuring.
You had Julie Kozak, Director of Communications at the IMF, speaking at a news conference in Washington, D.C. The National Labour Commission has declared the planned strike by the Ghana Air Traffic Safety Electronics Association as illegal. It has therefore ordered an immediate call-off, averting a potential disruption to the country's aviation industry. In a directive issued after a meeting yesterday, the Commission ruled that the association does not have the legal authority to declare and embark on a strike action under Ghana's labour laws. Turning to other news, Chief Executive of Delex Finance, Joe Jackson, is downplaying concerns about who will have President Mahama's ear on the economy after the government announced a 12-member presidential advisory group on the economy made up of some distinguished persons. We should also remember the former Minister of Finance, Setekbe, has been appointed as a presidential advisor on the economy. Also, Finance Minister Castle Atoforsen, as well as the economic management team. Mr. Jackson insists that from the statement is clear the role of this new group.
First of all, they are an advisory group, so all they will do is offer advice. The government says, I will listen to your advice. I will listen to what you say. And so let's not elevate this group to become, they're not replacing the Ministry of Finance. They're not replacing the role of the governor of the central bank. They're not replacing any of those. They're not replacing the economic management team. They are just to give voice to concerns across a broad spectrum of things. So the government can be wrong. One of the things we shouldn't do is overestimate what they are just advisory. When somebody gives you advice, you have a choice to listen to it.
Meanwhile, as part of the IMF program, Ghana is also expected to establish a fiscal council that could be playing a similar role. You are listening to the Joy Business Report. Now, the new year is often associated with demand for calendars and diaries by businesses and individuals to help in planning, but it appears that trend is changing due to the rise in digital tools, a development that is also affecting those in the printing business. For today's Business Journal, Helena Kai explores this trend and brings us more.
And I cannot deny it.
As digital calendars and mobile productivity tools become the norm for individuals, some companies still invest in printed calendars and diaries as year-long branding and relationship building tools. However, for some players in Ghana's printing industry, the digital shift is starting to bite. Some printing press operators, including one who gave his name as Grashstone, complain of having received no orders for calendars and diaries this year.
Our machines are here. There's no job. So in printing in this country now, you're sorry. It's not here alone. When you go around, it's like this place. So in terms of business, you're sorry. Formerly, we print calendars, programs, and so on. But this time, there's no this thing. You can see it yourself that we are not working.
Others such as David Ajay also report a sharp decline in production, a situation he says is affecting job and revenue within the sector.
Like before, let's say about some years back, about 3 years back, like this calendar, they will come for about thousands or 10,000s of it. But this year, they run only 500. You see, because the demand is down. But still, they are in the business. You see, but the demand is small.
Brand communication strategist David Osabote said despite these challenges, printing still holds significant value. He explained that while digital tools are growing, physical branding materials remain powerful touchpoints that keep companies in the minds of customers.
A lot of organizations are still investing in printed diaries and other branded materials because it's a way of, number one, establishing the brand presence, and then it's also a way of the brand saying, look, we have thought about you and we are giving you this branded item. It doesn't take away the conversation about the fact that some of these materials can be shared, on other digital platforms. That's it complements each other.
On the digital front, tech consultant and founder of Eagle Innovations, Winfred Cotton, believes the way forward lies in smart adoption. She noted that brands must harness the power of artificial intelligence and other digital tools to enhance productivity.
Now we have AI that is scheduling work, that is improving productivity in terms of taking on a lot of other tasks. We have agentic AI now automating some workflows and producing results. How can the need for visibility, marketing and branding be incorporated into that? Yeah, so for instance, if you have a chatbot which is using an AI for customer service or frequently asked questions for your business, can you design your marketing and branding to infuse, to add marketing and branding in that type of chatbot, so that if customers come into your platform and they need to talk to an AI agent, can they be seeing your brand re-echoed as they engage with that? And it's very simple to do that.
As Ghana's business landscape evolves, the calendar and diary printing market stands at a crossroad. While digital tools are reshaping planning, printing still offers brands lasting visibility, making innovation and adaptation key to the industry's survival. Reporting for Joy Business, I'm Helen Nakai.
Yeah, call me old school. I still like to see my calendars in my sitting room and all. But hey, before we go, a look at the markets for you. Crude oil dropped to $63 a barrel. Gold open trading at $4,599 an ounce after losing marginally. Cocoa is selling at $4,966 a ton after dropping by $124. On the currency market, the dollar going for 10 cedis 98 pesos. That's what major commercial banks are offering their clients. A British pound going for 14 cedis 79 pesos. A euro going for 12 cedis 80 pesos. The Forex Bureau is quoting the dollar at 12 cedis 20 pesos. More news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. My name is Daryl Kwal. Thanks for listening. The Super Morning Show continues. Here's Winston.
Thank you very much, Daryl. Let's see. The dollar, 10 cedis, 98 pesos. It's almost at 11 now. We need to see the appreciation of the Ghana cedi. At least bring it to 10 cedis or less, or sub 10, below 10 cedis.
Yeah, apparently there's a high demand for dollars by businesses around
as
this
expected.
time. Yeah,
as expected. They need to stock. So that's expected. As expected.
Hopefully, things come back to
by
where they
March, April. Things would be normal.
Yeah, and I bet you'll be doing a lot of traveling this weekend now that fuel prices are dropping.
Well, normally over the weekends you want to get to the farm and check how things are going. The stories that I hear from people who walk up to me every day and say, "Oh, you are into pig farming and your farm is doing well." Well, I tried. Someone actually told me the last time that he invested $500,000 and there's nothing to show. I haven't invested that much. But $500,000 and there's nothing to
pig
show.
Farming?
Yes. Oops. Because Daryl, if you're an absentee,
if
you're an absentee farmer, you would have nothing to show. Yeah.
You have to be there.
Well, the guys will teach you a lesson. I'm sure I told you the story of my guy that I always would give money to go and buy feed. He buys half the amount of money that I give him and spends the remainder. So you're expecting a feed conversion ratio that would lead to the animals putting on a kilo per day, only for you to go up and you don't see anything
at all.
Yeah, because he's spending the money.
Fortunate.
Anyway, let's get to our inspirational song for today. Nyame no Kwafo by Chris Amoah. It says only God. Nyame no Kwafo. Yeah, God is the only truthful person.
Only truthful person.
Culture says Jah alone a Christian. Let's enjoy. And that's Chris Amoah with Nyame no Kwafo, our inspirational song for today, which means we can get into the news review. But first, our Drive Safe campaign, Kojo.
The Drive Safe campaign is brought to us by Joy News and the Multimedia Group, supported by Toyota Superior Quality, Imperial General Assurance, Solid Protection. Always avoid all distractions, keep both eyes on the roads and hands on the steering wheel, be visible, drive with your lights on. That's how to ensure your safe arrival. And this tip is a tip that we all adhere to when COVID hits. Wearing of face masks, right? Why am I advocating for that now? A lot of our cities have construction going on. That is road construction, so there's a lot of dust. The Harmattan is also coming. Unfortunately, people also spend more time at bus stops to get rides. So they are dealing with dust and exhaust fumes and all sorts of other things. So that's your flu, your cold, your headache you are suffering. It's not just because you've been standing for long. It's also because you are inhaling a lot of things, especially those on the Kaswa Road, those on the Dawenya Road, those on the Nsawam Road, those who live in Koto Krom from Sunyani to Cha. Those who live on all these untarred roads, breathing in a lot of dust. So if you're a commuter, one of the safest ways to ensure your health is not optimized, it's not compromised, is to have a face mask on you. Carry face masks in your bags, in your pockets, wear them. Don't breathe in the dust and the extra fumes, okay? Keep your body safe whilst you go through the inconvenience of traveling around our cities and our country.
Great. Thank you very much for that tip, Kojo, which means we can learn how to say it right. Brought to us by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks. And Societe Generale Bank Ghana, the future is you.
Something must be done.
Well, today I want us to learn this because I hear people saying potable drinking water, potable water. The right pronunciation is potable.
Potable.
Yes.
Not portable.
No, it's never portable.
But what is it? It's in a container that you can pot, that you can
potable is safe to drink.
Okay.
So you say potable water, safe to drink water.
Okay.
If you say potable drinking water, safe to drink drinking water, potable water, actually communicates that this water is safe to drink.
Okay.
So just simply say, this water is potable. This is potable water.
Okay.
And I know it's safe to drink.
So to say water is safe to drink is potable.
Yes.
Okay. You can't say potable.
No.
Unless you mean the water is in a container you can carry around.
What's potable water? No.
Potable water.
Potable water.
Potable water. Okay.
If you have it in your flask,
yes,
you can say the flask is potable.
Yes, but not the water.
Not the water.
Okay.
That's the flask.
Teacher Kofi.
And that's how you say it right. Which means it's now time for us to bring you the newspaper review brought to us by Syntex Tank, a stronger, a tough Access Bank more than banking, and Star Oil, quality and affordable fuel for all. Enterprise Insurance, your advantage.
I'll start with the Daily Graphic this morning. Minority draws line on gender, recognizes only male, female to quell the senior high school curriculum controversy. There's a photo of the Minister of Education, Haruna Idrisu. 12 to advise president on the economy. Is the Presidential Advisory Group on the Economy. PAGE. P-A-G-E.
What happens to the Economic Management Team and the Cabinet Committee on the Economy and the Fiscal Council? What happens to all of them? Why is the Finance Minister not on that group?
The Finance Minister is a minister. When they advise the president will issue instructions to the Finance Minister.
Yeah, but the Finance Minister is seen by many as the Prime Minister,
the lead advisor on finance and the economy.
Finance and economy. So he should be part. He should at least know what the president is consuming by way of advice. Yes.
Others would say in businesses, the business can have an advisory board, and the accountant or the CFO would not be a part of the advisory board, so it's fine.
Well, the challenge here is that the Finance Minister plays a major role, in the affairs of the economy.
Yeah.
So you need him. Okay, you need him to actually always indicate where you stand, what you can pay and what you cannot pay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he'll be part, because the Vice President is in there. The Vice President over the period has been chairing the Economic Management Team. So let's see. Let's just wait and see.
Well, let me give you the purpose and the mandate of this group, the Presidential Advisory Group on the Economy. Mandate: provide strategic counsel on macroeconomic management, fiscal consolidation, debt sustainability, and coherence between fiscal and monetary policy. Advice on structural transformation, industrial development, competitiveness, and export-led growth strategies. Remember, we have the Export Development Council as well to advise on exports. And then there is offer guidance on sectorial development, private sector expansion, investment mobilization, and sustainable job creation. Support the design, sequencing, and implementation of the 24-hour economy, the Accelerated Export Development Program, and national productivity enhancing reforms, and conduct periodic assessment of Ghana's economic performance and propose policy adjustments or corrective measures where necessary, and contribute expert input to Ghana's economic negotiations, engagements, and partnerships with bilateral and multilateral development partners, international financial institutions, and investors. And let me share the members in the group.
Okay, go ahead.
We have the Vice President, Her Excellency Professor J. Nana Opoku-Agyeman. We have private sector leader, former member of PAGE, Mr. Ishmael Yamson. So PAGE has been in existence, because if you have a former member, it means PAGE has been there before. It's not a new creation. Economist and private sector leader, also a former member of PAGE, Mr. Kwame Pienim. Miss Nana Oye Mansa Yeboah, former Deputy Minister of Finance and Deputy Minister for Trade and Industry, former member of PAGE. Dr. Kobna Dufour, economist, former Governor of the Bank of Ghana and former Minister of Finance. Sir Samuel Eson Jonah, private sector leader and industrialist. Mr. Francis Atto Brown, former World Bank infrastructure specialist, agribusiness investor. And we have Dr. Henry Kofi Wampa.
Is it our own?
It's our own farmer, Atto Brown.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And there's Dr. Henry Kofi Wampa, former Governor of the Bank of Ghana. Togbe Afede, economist and private sector leader. Miss Amoah, Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Stock Exchange, and Professor Priscilla Chubesi Bafo, University Professor and Academic Researcher. There is also Professor Patience Abo, University Professor and Academic Researcher as well. So those are the members of the 12-member Presidential Advisory Group on the economy. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 women and 7 men. There's a good balance there, isn't it? Yeah, so that is the story on PAGE. More stories from Daily Graphic. Goil reduces fuel prices at 150 stations, and Gayadec signs $60 million agreement with 2 other institutions to develop the Yinehini mines, that's the bauxite mines, and Fishers to formalize unions to protect rights and promote sustainable fishing. Daily Graphic.
I see the goal reduction, that takes super from 10 cities 99 pesos to 9 cities 99 pesos.
Yeah.
Below 10 cities for a litre. That's good.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, that's what we look forward to. Anyway, the daily guide for this morning says SHS LGBTQ manual. Minority slums NDC, AG frees Abu Trika accomplices, government orders 4 Airbus helicopters, and NSA scandal Gift Your Worry trial begins January 22nd. Father arrested over, guess what? Attempted 1 million sale of 3-year-old son.
Wow.
Anyway.
Attempted 1 million Ghana cedi sale of 3-year-old son.
Yes. I mean, I'll share the details with you when we get into the details later on.
Now, to the BNFT, the Goal story is here on the front page. Goal reduces fuel at stations to ease cost of living. Petroleum, IUU fishing surges in Volta waters as CIMAG raises alarm. IUU fishing is illegal, unprotected, and unregulated. Illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing. Sanction oil firms over unpaid surface rent. This is Auditor General to Petroleum Commission and GRA. And oil palm farmers worry over increasing smuggling. We are smuggling oil palm from Ghana to other countries, and the farmers are worried. Now, Standard Chartered secures consecutive top spots in retail banking and customer excellence survey. That's the story.
Okay, so let's get into the daily gist for today. NSA 38 million scandal Gift Your Worry faces trial after 22 million refund rejected. Atufosin missing in Mahama Economic Advisors team. SC grants 500,000 bail to jailed Maslok officer. And Ghana signs another aircraft deal with Airbus. Ministers still draw free fuel against president orders. And minority blows NDC cover over LGBTQ content in SHS syllabus.
Now, the Ghanaian Point has a story on the customs interception of 25 million suspected illicit tablets. It's here. It says Customs National Security intercept 25 million suspected illicit tablets at Takoradi Port. Ghana orders 4 multi-mission helicopters from Airbus. And minority is demanding the dismissal of the NACA DG and the board chair over the LGBT content. Harun Idrisu says sex means biological sex at birth, male, female, nothing else. And Ayalolo says that they have only 80 of the 245 buses we bought in operation in the Greater Accra region. The rest have been deployed to other regions.
The Insight says Otibonso petitions property fraud, flags police role in armed land takeover by Trasaco. Endorsement search for Brian Achampong energizing his campaign message. NPA commends store for rapid revival, calls for modernization and automation of strategic state assets. Nzima East MP highlights jobs, education and agro-processing at first year assessment. That's the Evalue Jira Ajomoro constituency. The district is the Nzima East district, but the constituency is Evalue Ajomoro Jira constituency. Drivers accused of overcharging fares on Accra routes. Journalists appeal for government intervention. And Frafraha community vows to strengthen ties with Nungwa Traditional Council. On the front page of the Insight newspaper.
Finally, the Inquisitor newspaper rated in Ghana James best CEOs according to the Inquisitor Sami Jemfi, Good Board, and Dioseokra TCDA, Eduji Tamakloe, NPA, Kojo Chumbuafo, FIC, and Anthony Sapon are James best CEOs. Now, Ghana Exim Bank is 10 years old, and the question is, how can we use the Ghana Exim Bank to drive growth, especially for exports and industrialization in Ghana? There's a photo of Sylvester Mensah, the Exim Bank CEO, and local government ministries' journey of consolidation, reform, renewed hope in 1 year. Those are stories from the Inquisitor. Can go online now.
Yes, the online news review brought to us by Zenith Bank. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
And this year, say goodbye to unnecessary stress. Pay your school fees and residential fees with Zenith Bank. Simply dial star 966 hash, star 966 star 3 hash on your phone. You don't need data to do that. Select Zenith Merchant Pay. Enter your school code. Follow the prompts and confirm payment with your PIN. If you want to know your school code, get the full list of schools on zenithbank.com.gh. Remember that this is fast. It's simple, it's stress-free, and the short code is star 966 star 3 hash. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
Okay, let's get online then.
Major online, Sedina Tamakloe at nabbed in US as extradition process begins. There's a story on the rules of peril as well in focus. Rules of peril. Residents of Gomwa, Nyanyano decry deplorable road network, demand government action. Ghana's IMF program remains solid and on track. This is according to the IMF resident rep. And fiscal discipline, city stability, May 2025. A very good year. This is IMF speaking on our economy. Order from above. Trotro operators reply as commuters fume over fare hikes and gridlock.
Who's above giving those orders?
Let me give you the details of that story. Now, they've been speaking, and this dawn when I was coming to work, it was the usual. Lots of people by the roadside looking for vehicles to get to work. Now, passengers in Accra and other parts of the Greater Accra region are facing a new financial burden as commercial drivers and their conductors, locally known as mates, have begun implementing arbitrary and exorbitant fare increases. Now, the story says that on the ground at the Kwame Nkrumah interchange, the atmosphere is one of frustration and resignation. And one mate on a DOM-bound route explained to Joy News on Thursday that the decision to hike prices was passed down directly from vehicle owners and station masters. It's an order from above, yes. So whatever the master will say is what we also abide by. That's what the conductor told our reporters. But this thing is not just an Accra problem, and it didn't start today. It's been there, and I think it's been a failure of our transport planning, policy and implementation.
You see, Yesterday, while we're talking about this system, when we spoke to Benedict, I told you the message from Ernest that talked about the London system. And after the show, I had a long conversation with him about the London system, for instance. Now, he talked about the fact that, per his understanding, these areas are zoned and given to the private sector. Now, if you want the state to own it, like we do in our part of the world, we know what the outcome would be. We started Ayalulu. Go and check it today. We did the Metro Mass Transit. Well, we've done STC for a very long time, which SNIT had invested in. And SNIT at the point considered, was selling its stake in STC because it was just not, profitable. So the question is, how can the state back the private sector to provide effective transport systems for Accra? That's the conversation we must have. And not
just for Accra,
the whole country. Yeah. Okay. And that's something we should be discussing now. It doesn't have to be a conversation about, the state saying, I have released 20 vehicles and
I'm buying 300 more
How
vehicles.
sustainable is that?
And we've seen the record of buying vehicles and still not changing the situation. So is that the way to go? Or we need a proper structural, systemic solution to this. And on that, the Vice President, Her Excellency Opoku Agyemang, is to meet the Transport Ministry over the Accra bus shortages. This is a report on citynewsroom.com, and I always say is the Ghana bus shortages and the transport challenges. Commuting time has not changed or reduced since my days of picking rides from Aja to Edum and Edum back to Aja, and it's the same everywhere. Now, any candidate other than Baumia is a lottery. This is Atachia speaking on the NPP's flag bearership race. Kumasi land failed to be full in 16 months without €6 million funding. This is the mayor speaking. And NLC halts planned GATSI strike over legal breaches. You know the GATSI people? They are the people at the airport. They are the Ghana, I want to get you the full name. It's the Ghana Air Traffic Safety Electronics Association. They want to go on strike. In one breath, they say that when it came to negotiations for their earnings, they were told they were not an essential service. So they were not given any better earnings, and they are demanding better. Now that they want to go on strike, they've been told that they are essential service, so they cannot
pay them more. Well, let's get into the details. That story I talked about, the father who's been arrested for attempted 1 million sale of a 3-year-old son. So we're told a man identified as Kofi Agyemang has been arrested by the Ghana Police Service for allegedly attempting to sell his 3-year-old son for 1 million. Now, the arrest was made by the Akwetia Police Command in the Eastern Region after they received a tip-off about Agyemang's plans. And according to reports, the police officers posed as potential buyers and negotiated with Agyemang, agreeing on a price of 1 million Ghana cedis. He was arrested when he brought the child to a designated meeting point. And Agyemang told the police that he was driven by financial hardship, and unconfirmed sources alleged that Agyemang intended for the child to be killed for ritual purposes, with the body later returned to him to make it appear as though the child had been murdered elsewhere. And the child has been placed in protective custody with investigations ongoing.
And this is very sad to attempt to send your child. Anyway, let me take you to the education story and the NACA related ones. Sex means biological sex at birth. Education Minister clarifies. This is the Ghanaian Point, page 5. The story says the Minister for Education, Haruna Idrisu, has clarified the government's official position on the definition of sex in Ghana's education system, stating emphatically that it must refer strictly to biological sex and the sex of a person at birth. According to the Minister, there should be no ambiguity in how sex, man or woman, is defined in educational materials used across the country. And he says, regarding the definition of a man as in a man, a woman as in a woman, as in biological sex, and sex means biological sex, referred to man, woman, sex, reference to man, woman, sex means reference to the biological sex. So if you are born male, you are male. If you are born female, you are female. That's according to the ministry. Clarity, no ambiguity.
And just by way of information, that's something that former finance minister Seth Chekwe sent to me. Now he says the Minister for Finance has always led the technical team that makes the presentation to the advisory team, not the advisor. Similarly, it's the governor who makes the monetary financial presentations, not the advisor. Same with the government statistician. And that's based on the point I made. That why is the finance minister not part? Because at the end of it all, you expect the finance minister to be the one to implement many of these things. And so he says the Minister of Finance has always led the technical team that makes the presentation to the advisory team.
Okay. Let me take you to the transport story. We are told that the Vice President will be meeting the Transport Minister or the Transport Ministry to discuss the stranded passengers issues and the bus shortages. Now that story is on citynewsroom.com, and the story says that Vice President Professor Jane Opoku-Agyeman is scheduled to visit the Ministry of Transport today to engage sector leadership on the persistent challenges confronting public transportation, particularly in the Greater Accra region. The visit comes amid growing public concern over the reduced availability of commercial vehicles during peak hours, inflated transport fares, and long waiting times, especially during the morning and the evening rush hours.
Great, which means we can now bring you the BBC News, brought to us by Fidelity Bank. Believe with us, Glyco, we cushion you for life, and Petra Trust. Petra, achieve more.
Is nuclear disarmament set to self-destruct? The Inquiry. To listen, search BBC The Inquiry online or wherever you get your BBC podcasts. At 8:30 GMT, Business Daily.
10 years ago, the Folio Society, one of Britain's oldest publishing houses, was losing money and facing the digital revolution. Today, it's profitable, growing and owned by its employees. Hear the story of its survival from Managing Director Joanna Reynolds.
This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
Hello and welcome to Newsday on the BBC World Service with Anne Soy in Nairobi and James Cotnell in London.
South Korea's impeached president Yoon Suk Yeol has been sentenced to 5 years in prison in the first of 4 trials relating to his failed martial law bid in 2024. We'll speak to a Korean MP.
The Venezuelan opposition leader Maria Corina Machado has turned over her Nobel Peace Prize medal to President Trump, but will she get his support? We'll speak to our correspondent.
And as Iran's brutal crackdown and internet shutdown continues, President Trump's decision on military action still remains to be seen. We'll hear from an Iranian activist.
And I'm Isaac Fannin here in Rabat as we get ready for the climax of the Africa Cup of Nations. The final between Morocco and Senegal will bring you coverage throughout the programme, all after the latest world news.
BBC News with Moira Alderson. The former president of South Korea, Yoon Suk-yeol, has been convicted of a series of charges over his failed attempt to impose martial law just over a year ago. They include abuse of power and obstruction of justice. The court sentenced him to 5 years in jail. Jake Kwon is outside the court in Seoul.
It's very loud here because I'm standing for hundreds of Yoon supporters who are chanting and they're saying release Yoon, and they're saying that this is not going to go away. And we just heard that from his defense team that they are going to appeal. Now today's decision have a lot of implication for the 7 other trials that he's facing. The biggest one, the leading the insurrection, carries penalties up to death. Of course, death penalty is only on paper in South Korea, so in practice that is a life sentence. But after what we heard today, it really does seem like Mr. Yoon's chances of avoiding such punishment for leading an insurrection seems really slim.
The Venezuelan opposition leader Maria Corina Machado has given her Nobel Peace Prize medal to President Donald Trump at a meeting at the White House. Mr. Trump thanked her on social media. He's declined to endorse Ms. Machado as Venezuela's new leader. Our North America editor Sarah Smith has this report.
Donald Trump was clearly infuriated when Maria Corina Machado was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in October for her efforts to try to restore democracy to Venezuela. He believes the award should have been his. So as part of her attempt to persuade him to allow free and fair elections in her country, Ms. Machado told reporters she handed the gold medal over to Mr. Trump. President Trump has so far shown much more interest in Venezuela's vast oil reserves than he has in reviving democratic elections. He's working closely with Delcy Rodriguez, the former deputy to Nicolas Maduro, who's now the acting president of Venezuela.
President Xi Jinping has expressed optimism about China's improving ties with Canada during talks in Beijing with the Canadian Prime Minister. Mark Carney is facing a difficult balancing act after years of strained relations with China. Laura Bicker is in Beijing.
Diplomatic relations between the two nations fell apart in 2018 when Canada arrested a Chinese business executive wanted in the US. China retaliated and detained 2 Canadian citizens, keeping them in harsh conditions. As the two leaders shook hands in the Great Hall of the People, President Xi described it as a turnaround of ties. For Beijing, this visit is an opportunity to get closer to a neighbour and key partner of the US.
The United States and Taiwan have reached a trade agreement that reduces import taxes on goods from the island, while increasing Taiwan's technology investment in the United States. Washington's Commerce Department said tariffs on most Taiwanese goods would be lowered from 20 to 15%. BBC News. The former president of Brazil, Jair Bolsonaro, has been transferred to a special detention unit within the feared Papuda Maximum Security Jail. He was previously held in police facilities following his conviction for trying to overturn the result of the 2022 presidential election. His new prison accommodation is larger than his previous cell and features a kitchen and a private outdoor area. Mr. Bolsonaro's lawyers had argued he should be held under house arrest because of health problems. The European Union's border agency says the number of irregular border crossings into the EU fell by a quarter last year, compared with the year before. Simon Jones reports.
Almost 178,000 people were found crossing into the EU illegally last year, the lowest figure since 2021. The biggest fall came in the number of migrants leaving West Africa. Frontex says heightened security measures and increased cooperation with countries outside the bloc has helped disrupt the people smuggling networks. But almost 2,000 people drowned in the Mediterranean in 2025. Frontex says the EU needs to remain alert to what it calls hostile actors exploiting the flow of migrants to put pressure on the EU's borders.
More than 1,000 firefighters have been deployed to fight a large blaze in the South Korean capital, Seoul. The fire broke out before dawn in a shanty town bordering the exclusive Gangnam district. No casualties have yet been reported. Officials say close to 200 people are thought to have lost their homes. The cause of the fire is not yet known. The area is reported to be due for redevelopment. Scientists have developed a new map of the land beneath Antarctica's ice sheet, revealing thousands of previously undiscovered hills and ridges. Until now, scientists have known less about the landscape beneath the kilometres-thick ice than about the surface of some planets. Understanding the topography under Antarctica's ice might help scientists work out just how the ice might retreat in a warming climate. BBC News.
There's new level crowd. Where did you pass?
Me, pass somewhere. I just switched for a better life. I switched for comfort. Look, your salary deserves better.
Switch?
Yeah.
How do you mean?
I switched my salary account to Fidelity Bank.
Oh, okay.
And that's my jackpot. I get higher loan amounts with lower interest rates, as well as personalized financial support. They gave me a loan to expand my side hustle, and the terms are just flexible.
Wow.
Your salary deserves better.
Oh, my salary deserves better, Pa. You see the way you are smiling wide? Yes, I will switch and smile wider. Your salary deserves better. Switch to Fidelity Bank today and enjoy lower interest rate, car and home loan, personalized financial support, and a smile that lasts. Switch and smile wider. Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
If I believe with us, Fidelity. If I know I need your side, Fidelity.
Glyco Life Micro Insurance customers, hey! Glyco Life damwase, more peerful, ya sumo e konfinche duanai, bonsumuni ya nantiye, ye damwase, ne ya simuse, ye the Glyco Life app abba, ewo mobile phone swa. ama yenkita hudie ayemre. Glyco Life Micro Insurance goes digital. Sesei die, uye Glyco Life edwankoswo ana Glyco Life enidaswo customer. Ehu hia se obenya adansidie krata. Ekyerese wetua bibi ama Glyco. Die hia ni se ube downloadu Glyco Life app no ana ye agenta yatetom abefo kwan so ebeboa wo mwetumi a downloadu ewo phone so 24 hours ebre any baby a wo bia ubetumi etua wontie ni ama Glyco anampo ubetumi ajosika efri Glyco nchen abefo kwan so sanhihye yi ede asomdwe ebebre Glyco Life adwadifo baby a wo any ebre bia Glyco we cushion you for life.
Today, we hit the streets to ask Ghanaians, what would you do with free fuel for 1 year?
Oh, road trips with the girls every weekend.
That's extra savings to help fix my car.
Charlie, 1 whole year, I'll finally be able to visit my mom without worrying about the distance.
This season, it's feeling after filling from Shell with new and improved fuels so you can do the things you love. Buy 300 Ghana cedis or more worth of new and improved Shell fuels and stand a chance to win. Free fuel for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or even 1 year. It's time to try the new and improved Shell fuels with additives that deliver efficiency, cleaning, protection, and performance. Don't miss out. Fill up with new and improved Shell fuels and get rewarded. Promo runs till the 28th of February 2026. T's and C's apply.
New and improved Shell fuels. Simply better by far.
Hello, I am Teacher Jane. Are you Eric's mom?
Yes.
Well, today in class, he kept challenging me about a certain point for more than 5 minutes.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Don't be sorry, Mommy. I love his confidence. Our world needs more people who can speak up. So well done.
Oh, thank you. Confident, curious kids will change our world. Nido, especially formulated with iron, vitamin C, and A. Nido, your love, their future.
This advert is FDA approved.
Joy 99.7 FM.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
For many years, we've been solving Ghana's water storage problems with quality tanks. Syntex tank. You know, it is strong, it's tough, and reliable. And now, we are in to solve the #1 problem when it comes to water carriage: our pipes. With the state-of-the-art machinery, Syntex is providing very strong, tough, reliable, high quality, and durable pipes at a reasonable price. This is Syntex Pipes. With Syntex Pipes, water flows wow. I mean, ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. If they carry water, no wahala. With Syntex Pipe, our water problems are solved. Syntex, are you strong? Are you tough?
Apple. I hear say you be football encyclopedia. Name 2 countries that dominated football back to back. Italy and Brazil, legend. You deserve to see the ultimate football experience live and color.
Enterprise Insurance Insurna Chile promo is now bigger. Just buy or renew your motor insurance for a chance to enjoy the ultimate football experience live. Feely. Hurry now.
Enterprise Insurance, I'm on my way.
Buy or renew your motor insurance and stand a chance to enjoy an all-expense-paid ultimate football experience. Plus, you get free fuel coupons, shopping vouchers, airtime, and data bundles. Promo runs from January to May 2026. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Enterprise Insurance, trusted for 102 years since 1924.
Enterprise, your advantage.
Hey, is it my TV or my eyes? Why? If you say everything clear past my future.
Charlie, it's not your eyes, it's the TCL C6K QD Mini LED TV.
With QD Mini LED technology, you get deep blacks, bright highlights, and colors so real. See, even the referee's board head, they shine.
Movies, football, gaming, every detail sharp like a new razor blade.
If your old TV they show bleh bleh, Charlie, it's time to upgrade.
Visit any Electroland Ghana shop for yours and enter the ongoing Achedia promo.
TCL C6K QD Mini LED TV.
TCL, inspire greatness.
Dear business owner, congrats on not giving up on your business. You deserve a medal, and your business deserves to be taken to the next level. In fact, it's about time you run a Zenith Bank SME account so you and your business can enjoy the perks of the Zenith SME Business Card. Oga and Oga Madam status.
The Zenith SME Business Card is a Visa debit card for making secure payments for goods and services. Enjoy great benefits such as free customized digital SME training, free marketing toolkits, access to Visa practical skills training, and more. Unlock the potential of your business today. Visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide and sign up for the Zenith SME Business Card, the ultimate payment solution for SMEs. For more information, visit www.zenithbank.com.gh or call 0302 680-884 or 0307-086-370. Zenith Bank, in your best interests.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM. Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM. Joy 99.7 FM. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Often bringing up this year. This year, yes, so I say, oh, da da da. Yip yara when you know. It's a this year return. But not say yes in a while, da da da. And so yes, ow 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 ow, walk on the wine man. On my Messia, when you get what you know, da da da.
Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Ulega jimina jila landa. No hani mi kwa mika bobala. No hani mi yo ni mi dota masambo. You know, kanye mi.
Yeah, and that's DJ X-Ray on the ones and twos. DJ Agric, as how George Cray would want him to be known. Kojo Akoto Boateng getting us, into the groove on a Friday morning. You know, we all love Fridays. Friday the 16th of, I almost said November, of January 2026. I'm a November born. So whenever I say 16, it reminds me of the month in which I was born, November. But hey, this morning, lots of issues up for discussion here on the Super Morning Show. Look, while fuel prices are going down, transport fares going up because, well, the drivers have adopted a strategy where there's artificial shortage. And so once you can't get vehicles, what happens is that you get to these stations, you're in a very long queue, and then another vehicle, and then a vehicle comes and tells you, well, you have to pay more. Sometimes a flat rate. It doesn't matter where you're going to. Flat rate. End of story. Well, many of you have been complaining. Let's just listen to your complaints.
1 hour to 1.5 hours now. I'm looking for a cab. I'm not getting up my vehicle to my destination.
Where are you going to?
I'm going to Amasaman.
Amasaman? Is that the case every time, or today is different?
No. Today is different. Since long.
I'm going to La Paz. That is the situation we are in at the moment. And then it's not only in the morning. Like right now, you can see the situation. Cars are scarce and they are overpricing and all that.
Well, that's the situation. Some of you, sharing your frustrations with us. But let's do it this way, okay? I'd love to hear from you also. Get on to X, use the hashtag JoySMS, and then on WhatsApp 05511119997. This morning we're told that the Vice President will meet in the Transport Minister to have a conversation about it. Would also love to hear from the Transport Minister, Bukari Joseph Nikpe, Member of Parliament for Saboba. We want to understand what he's doing. The last time he was talking about putting vehicles during peak hours on the Accra, Achimota, Amasaman route, the Accra, Medina, Adenta route, then the Accra, Malam Kaswa route, and the Accra Beach Road, Tema route. So, what's his own assessment of these measures, and what is he going to do next? Is a conversation we want to have here on the Super Morning Show. Bearing in mind also that in other jurisdictions you have their local authorities running the transport systems, okay? And so if they even decide to outsource it, whichever institution runs it would report to the local authorities. They make sure the system is run efficiently. What are we doing? Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development. What are you doing? All of these coming up here on the Super Morning Show. But also we want to have an understanding of the Presidential Advisory Group on the Economy. We've been asking questions this morning. We've been going through the list and we say, where is the Finance Minister? He's a key player when it comes to the economy. Why is he not on there? But doesn't this also amount to duplication efforts, because you have the economic management team? We also have an economic coordinating team at the presidency. You have an advisor to the president on the economy. So doesn't this amount to duplication? Well, we'll get answers to all of these here on the Super Morning Show. The Minister of State in charge of Government Communications, Felix Kwachofosu, will be joining us in 30 minutes to tell us more about that. In the meantime, get on to X and tell us what your own thoughts are. Use the hashtag JoySMS, and then on WhatsApp 05511119997. But Kojo, it's a new year, so we expect a new you. Reimagine, evolve, and be intentional. Allow Bank of Africa carry the burden of keeping your money safe and secure while you focus on achieving your goals. Join Bank of Africa today and wrap a thoughtful selection of exciting products and services, including BOA Web, Visa, USD debit and credit cards, amidst our SME and personal loans, a full gift of financial solutions curated with you in mind. Visit any Bank of Africa branch, call 0302 429 333 or 0302 429 690. Chat Fafa at boaghana.com for inquiries and onboarding. Bank of Africa, strong as a group, as close as a partner.
Indeed, as strong as a group, as close as a partner. And something which is also very strong and ensures that you get one of the key commodities stored and to use for your everyday life is Syntex tank. Okay, if you are looking for a water tank, if you are looking for a tank to store your water, you need to look for the one with the tortoise on it. That is Syntex tank. Is the champion of water tanks. Okay, it's strong, it's durable, and is built to handle our Ghanaian weather. Rain or shine, Syntex has your back. And I repeat my tip: go to Syntex and get the 10,000 liter, 20,000 liter tank and fix it somewhere in your home or your office, and have a 2,000 liter, 2,500, 3,000 liter tank raised on a platform, and connect your 20,000 liter to Ghana Water. Give it an automatic pump. Whenever it receives water, it will pump up to the smaller one, and it will distribute in your house or your building with gravity. It helps you to save, it saves you from the challenges of not having water because your tank is small and because Ghana Water doesn't flow every day. Okay, so talk to Syntex today. They have 400 agents nationwide. You can also call them on 0244 335 168 to buy your tank, and you can shop online at syntexgh.com. Syntex tank, a strong, a tough.
Well, you know your salary deserves better, so switch it to Fidelity Bank today and enjoy amazing benefits, lower interest rates, higher loan amounts, personalized financial support, and a smile that lasts. Okay, it's time to switch and smile wider with Fidelity Bank. To learn more, call us on 0800 00 3355. Visit fidelitybank.com.gh or connect with us on social media at Fidelity Bank GH. Fidelity Bank, believe with us.
Was 2025 a good year for your business? Was it a good year for you? Will 2026 be the year of growth for your business?
It has to.
It has to, yeah. But how can we ensure that we do not miss out on the numerous opportunities in Africa in 2026? Africa, as we say, is the new destination for business. So many opportunities for us in Africa, and that is why Crystal Ball Africa 2026 is here. You can join over 400 business and policy leaders at Crystal Ball Africa 2026 as experts review the opportunities and how to take advantage. The date is Thursday, January 22, 2026. Venue is Labadi Beach Hotel. Time is 8:30 a.m. To 5 p.m. and the theme is the Africa opportunity. Time to take advantage. Don't miss out on the chance to network and tap into new opportunities. Register now to secure your spot at crystalballafrica.com. Sponsors are EcoBank, Labadi Beach Hotel, AGI, Kawamoka, and media partners City FM and Joy FM. This event is powered by AB and David Africa.
Great. You know that life moves very fast, so should your insurance. With the Glyco Life app, managing your life policy is now as easy as checking your socials, track your policy, pay premium, submit claims, and download documents all on your phone anytime, anywhere. No queues, no paperwork, no stress. Just tap, scroll, and you're sorted. Download the Glyco Life app now on the Play Store or App Store. Glyco, we cushion you for life.
And next week, the first Sky Group 23rd Thanksgiving service will begin. It starts on Friday, January 23. It's an all-night service from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. at the Trinity Temple Assemblies of God Church, Community 10 in Tema. This is being hosted by founder and executive chairman, Mr. Eric Sedikutoche. The 23rd Thanksgiving service is being hosted by him. Now, ministering in the word will be Reverend Mike Sisse from Sierra Leone. He's the Assistant General Superintendent of Assemblies of God Sierra Leone, Reverend Aaron Fund, Reverend Alex Sujit, all coming down to support this event. And on Sunday, January 25th, 2026, will be the Thanksgiving service at 10 a.m. at the Accra International Conference Center. The guest speaker will be the Global Chairman, World Assemblies of God and General Superintendent of the Assemblies of God Singapore, Reverend Dominic Yeo, and the Chairman will be the Apostle General Sam Kranchi Ankra, General Overseer of Royal House Chapel International. The guest of honor is His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana. Ministering in music is Kofi Owusu-Pepra. And if you want more information, you call 020-854-3441 and 0248-940-021.
Great, but let me tell you more about what is happening at Access Bank, because at Access Bank, rewarding our customers is at the heart of what we do, and that's why we've introduced Rewards by Access, a loyalty program designed to add value to your everyday banking experience. So whether you're shopping, traveling, or handling business expenses, every transaction you make with your Access card brings you closer to exclusive benefits, premium privileges, and personalized rewards, all tailored to suit your lifestyle. Points earned through your card transactions can be redeemed seamlessly at any of our merchant partners nationwide, making your spending go even further. So whether you're a frequent flyer, regular shopper, or managing daily, family, personal, or business needs, Rewards by Access ensures you get more from every spend. Use your Access card today and enjoy a rewarding banking experience only with Access Bank. Visit loyaltyreward's.ghana.accessbankplc.com or call our toll-free line 0800 00 4400 for more details. Access Bank, more than banking.
And if you want something rewarding for yourself and your car, go to Total Energies and get the Excellium new formula for your engine. It cleans your engine, it extends its life, it lowers your fuel consumption, it helps you to lower your vehicle's CO2 emissions. So go to any Total Energies outlets, get the Excellium new formula for your car, and you will drive Experience the difference with Total Energies Excellium new formula. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Well, talking about fuel, make the safe switch today. Empty any fuel from plastic bottles into proper metal or certified containers. Your life and property are worth far more than convenience. Start the weekend safely with Comac.
And if you want your books, your stationery, your office essentials, your equipment, your furniture, go to kingdomstoreonline.com. Order online, they'll deliver to you within a reasonable time, and they offer free delivery within Accra and Tema, and accept payments via Momo across all networks. Terms and conditions, however, apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability is their hallmark.
Great. Stay with us. When we return after these messages, there'll be time for sports and your birthday shouts here on the Super Morning Show.
The other day, I visited Kweku at his spunky new office to congratulate him on opening his business. And man, was I impressed. The business is just moving quick. The sales, customers, everything is just working seamlessly. The secret? He said,
it's MTN Business Broadband. In this fast-paced environment, we need fast and reliable internet to support all business types. No laggy online meetings, great download and upload speeds, impeccable business management systems, all inclusive. I mean, you can have it all.
Sharp! I signed on immediately.
To enable your business stay ahead and stay connected, make sure you're signed on to the best internet made just for businesses. MTN Business Broadband. Sign up today on broadband.mtn.com.gh and manage your account on my MTN app. Call 0244 308 111 for more information.
MTN.
Ever wondered what else your Standard Chartered Visa card can do? It is not just for taking money from ATMs. Your Standard Chartered Visa card is the enjoyment card. Use it to shop at malls and supermarkets and for all your online transactions. Book and pay for that overdue vacation online and win fantastic rewards like airtime, Melcon gift vouchers, and a weekend stay at a plush hotel and many more. It is the enjoyment card. So next time you're about to make any payment, let your Standard Chartered Visa card lead the way, not cash. It is your gateway to secure, convenient, and rewarding payments. Visit the 360 Rewards website for more information. Standard Chartered, here for good.
Every family is a team, and every player has a role. Mums and dads, siblings, grandparents, aunts and uncles, and even that one cousin who can't tell a foul from offside, but who always remembers your birthday. Even if you're far away, you can still score for your team. Send them money with Western Union. Cash pickup in minutes. Check it out at westernunion.com.
FPAC is effective for headaches and relieves the symptoms of flu, colds, and catarrh. FPAC blows away the pain associated with sore throats. During and after a hard day's work, FPAC relieves you of body pains. After the day's sports workout, FPAC helps the body to control the aching muscles. FPAC is effective against feverishness. FPAC reduces body temperature associated with malaria and other fevers. FPAC is effective against rheumatic pains. You can find FPAC in all pharmacy and chemical select shops throughout the country. FPAC is not recommended for children less than 16 years of age, ulcer and asthmatic patients, pregnant and lactating mothers. If symptoms persist for more than 2 days, consult your doctor. FPAC blows your pain away.
FPAC Junior follows in the tradition of FPAC tablets, a trusted friend to relieve your child of pain associated with teething, catarrh, cold and fever. The good that FPAC does for you, FPAC Junior does for your child. FPAC Junior is for children between 6 months and 12 years. FPAC Junior blows your child's pain away.
Welcome back. Time now for birthday messages here on the Super Morning Show, brought to us by MTN. Everywhere you go. And Bank of Africa, BO Pay from Bank of Africa. offers a hassle-free solution for fee collection and other payments. Call or ask today or chat Fafa on boaghana.com for details. Bank of Africa, strong as a group, as close as a partner. And this one says, happy birthday in advance to Jessica, to Elikem Jessica Fometu. Your birthday is on the 17th of January 2026. I hope you have an amazing day and may God grant you all your heart's desires. It's from your friend Mame Ekuya Ajiman and friends. And also, this one, lots of birthday messages that we have this morning. This one says, happy birthday to Reverend Dr. Enoch Ayi Atta of Nazareth Congregation Pram of the Presbyterian Church of Ghana. This one says, kindly help me wish my son Cyril Anam Togobo a blessed 12th birthday. May the Lord bless you as you grow, from dad and mom. And this one says, happy blessed birthday to my beautiful sister Charity Ekuya Edu, who attends Tepa Nursing and Midwifery College. May the good Lord bless her with good health, long life, and more knowledge. Is from Dr. Abedi Kwadaso of TKB Microcredit Service at Boateng. And happy birthday to Mr. Henry Tinkran, aka MC Tengs of Advanced Ghana Kofridia branch, from your sweet wife Hilda, the girls, and the entire family, as well as Mr. and Mrs. Harrison Ado Saw Higher.
And happy birthday going out to Patience Adjoa Impre. Happy birthday to you. And also going out to St. Charles and Kweku Etuafo. You're also celebrating your birthdays today. Happy birthday to you.
Great. And let me say good morning to Nana Harden, who loves the Super Morning Show. Nana, good morning to you.
And a special good morning to the Labadi Beach Hotel team.
Yes.
Labadi Beach Hotel. Yesterday you helped us to build our stomach infrastructure. To
David Duffel and Georgia, you see.
Yes.
Good morning, special good morning.
This is how we build the country. You have to build the stomachs of the people.
It's very crucial.
Then they will build the country.
Very crucial. In
Labadi, good morning.
Anyway, which means we can bring you the Sports Center now. It's brought to us by MTN. Switch to MTN's eSIM. Download my MTN app to go seamless today. Standard Chartered Bank. Here for good. FPAC blows your pain away. DSTV, your home of entertainment. And Western Union send and receive money from around the world.
And you know the AFCON fever is still building up. The finals will be this Sunday. Achu is here with the Sports Center. And for all the analysis on AFCON, the team news, and the all-round updates on AFCON, we bring it to you on the Sports Center, and it's powered by Western Union.
So I've got some good news from MTN. Now, for those of you who love the MTN Free After One, prepare for the upgraded experience. That is MTN Free After One Extra.
I see.
Now, let me tell you what the extra is all about. With the MTN Free After One Extra, you can talk for 1 whole hour uninterrupted while paying for only the first minute of every 10 minutes that you talk. Which means for every 10 minutes you talk within the hour, you pay for the first minute, and you get to talk for 60 minutes straight with no interruptions. You like what you hear? Well, as if that's not enough, you also get 100 megabytes of data for free after your first call on Saturdays. That's tomorrow. So you see, now is the time to talk extra with all the people you love. To subscribe to MTN Free After One Extra today, just dial *550# *550# and follow the prompts.
And it's a new year. If you're dreaming of being financially stable and earning your financial independence, you need to talk to Standard Chartered Bank today. Okay, financial freedom means having the income or savings to cover your expenses and the flexibility to live life on your terms. And at Standard Chartered, they can help you explore a range of wealth management and investment options to support your 2026 financial ambitions. So have a discussion with them today on wealth management and investment options. Call them on 020-202-7682 and 020-222-0499. The experts at Standard Chartered Wealth Management are ready to talk to you today. You can also email them info@scwealthmanagement.com. Visit them on the 4th floor, Standard Chartered Opebia branch, or any of their branches across the country. Standard Chartered, here for good.
Joy Sports Center. Kojo, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Let me get quick predictions from you for Sunday's final.
You mean 22 men are chasing one ball and you want me to predict?
Yes.
I'm not a lotto doctor.
I'm not asking you to
do permutations and computations.
Okay, which team would you like
and
to
combinations? Look, I want Morocco to win. My reason is simple. They have consistently over the past 15 years invested in their football infrastructure, the services, the human resources, the capacity. And I think if they won, it will show the world that when you prepare for something, you are definitely going to win. If they don't win, some people will laugh at them that they've spent so much money, yet they did it. I want them to win to prove to the world that preparation begets results.
It's a good example.
Even in a game of cha-cha, preparation begets results.
I'm not so sure about the cha-cha bits, but that's where we're starting from. Inside AFCON, proudly brought to you by Western Unions. And we'll start with tomorrow's third place match. Nigeria will be taking on Egypt. Ahead of the game, Super Eagles coach Eric Schell, he's been speaking and says his future will be decided after the tournament, but has hinted he will not resign from his role. Nigeria will face Egypt in tomorrow's third place match, but the Super Eagles' limp semi-final performance has led to questions about the Malians' future.
This job is very important to me, but I'm not the boss. I just try to do my job, and the tournament is not finished, the AFCON is not finished, and we have a last game, and after normally I will have some meeting with the NFF, and we will decide something. But me now, actually, like I said, I'm the coach of Nigeria. And if nobody tell me you have to stop, I'm here.
Well, in the final itself on Sunday, Morocco will be taking on Senegal in a meeting that will see Morocco go 2 AFCON titles to their name, or Senegal themselves winning the very second in their history. Remember, they last won it in 2021 in Cameroon when they beat Egypt on penalties to lift it. Morocco have not won the tournament since they last hosted it in the 70s. We'll be bringing you more as we look ahead to that final. Still in matters relating to the AFCON, 2-time finalist and former Black Stars captain Asamoah Gyan has urged CAF to consider moving the tournament from January to mid-year. He was speaking to former England captain Rio Ferdinand on his podcast.
It's something that I've thought about all these years. It affects most of the clubs that they have the African players, the important players in it. It should get to a time that FIFA or CAF to have a place, during off season for this AFCON. That is my opinion. You can see a club maybe leading the league table, all the players go to AFCON in January, and then they start dropping points.
That's Asamoah Gyan on the African Cup of Nations, ending inside AFCON, proudly brought to you by Western Union. But still in relation to Asamoah Gyan, on the same podcast he disclosed that he has forgiven Luis Suarez for stopping Ghana's goal-bound shots in the 2010 FIFA World Cup quarter-final affair. But for Suarez's intervention, that goal would have secured Ghana's and Africa's first semi-finalist at the World Cup 12 years before Morocco did it in Qatar in 2022.
I always say I would have done the same if I was if I was Suarez, because he did it to save his country.
Yeah.
Although the ball was going in, it was a cheat code. But at the end of the day, we had opportunity and we didn't convert it. So it doesn't happen most of the time. Sometimes it happens once in blue moon. So I always say if I was Suarez, seeing a ball going to the net at that crucial moment, so he did it to save his country. So. I forgive him for that.
Well, the draw for this year's Women's Africa Cup of Nations was conducted in Morocco last night, and Joy Sports editor Fenty Tahir Fenty was in attendance and has the details of Ghana's group.
So the draw just concluded for the 2026 Women's AFCON, and the Black Queens know their opponents. They've been placed in Group D, and they will be based out of the city of Fez, where they will play their group games, and they will come up against Cameroon, who are making a return to the competition after missing the last one. They are 3-time runners-up. The last time they were in the final of the WAFCON was 2016. Certainly no minus. Mali, another team in Ghana's group. Ghana met them in the group stages of the last competition. It was a tough game that ended in a draw. And then you have Capo Verde, who are making their debut appearance at this competition, also in Ghana's group. Of course, the Black Queens will be looking to go a step further, or at least 2 steps further, in this year's competition, which starts on the 17th of April. The last time out here in Morocco, they finished with a bronze medal. This time around, apart from winning the competition being at stake, there's also World Cup qualification at stake for the top 4 teams.
Well, let's get some reactions then and stay on the theme of the World Cup tickets. The first is from GFA President Kieto Kweku, who says Ghana has what it takes to secure a ticket to the World Cup.
I think that we have the quality to be at the World Cup. We have the right anchor team to support the girls. The government is ready to support the girls all the way. And I think that if it's about pressure, there's pressure everywhere. There's pressure in eating, pressure in laughing, pressure in having a conversation. And there's pressure in sports. Football is an emotive enterprise. So, but what's most important is how you react, how you act, and how you handle such situations. And I think that the head coach is very experienced to be able to guide the girls. And I have no doubt whatsoever that we'll compete and we will make it to the World Cup.
Black Queens head coach Kim Lassie-Yokagwin has said that his side will look to do better than their performance at the last edition of the Women's Africa Cup of Nations. Ghana returned to the tournament, which starts in March after their bronze medal winning performance last year, and Kim Lass knows exactly what he wants to achieve.
No, I'm looking forward to the tournament. I'm happy that when I came in, I think we were number 6 in Africa, and now we're number 3. It makes us top seeded. In the end of the day, if it's going to help or not, I don't know. We're going to face another 3 really good teams. But like I said, I'm looking forward to the tournament, and we will push to do an even better tournament this time.
So the Black Queens will be based in Fes for the group stage of the tournament. Here's the full draw in Group A. You've got Morocco hosts Algeria, Senegal and Kenya. They will be based in Rabat, and all group matches for Group A will be played at the Moulay Hassan Stadium in Rabat. Group B will also be based in Rabat, but at the Al Madina Stadium. That has South Africa, Cote d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso and Tanzania. Group C will be based in Casablanca with Nigeria, Zambia, Egypt and Malawi. Here's Zambia coach Nara Hoptel speaking about the draw.
Yeah, I mean, last time we lost against Nigeria, the current champion. So I think, this time we faced them already in the group stage. I'm happy that we faced them a bit earlier. I think it's to find a good tactical key, and I think it's also when we really survive this strong group, we're gonna get with a very, very big confidence in the knockout stage. So I'm happy to face them again. It's me, you know. I like the challenges and I like to do it again. And it's football. Sometimes you fail, then you need to take the right conclusions, get up, and that's what we're gonna do.
Nara Hoptel is a former Black Queens coach and these days is in charge of the Zambian national team. Let's talk some club football. And Kumasi Asante Kotoko striker Albert Amoah is back at the club, returning on a loan deal until the end of the season. The club spokesperson Safu Duku, who confirmed the news to Lava FM, says there's nothing strange about getting him back on loan less than 3 months after his transfer to Al Ali Benghazi of Libya.
You know, we've been in cordial relationship with the Libyan side since both clubs struck that day. And so when the offer came, they gave us the first option, and then we readily accepted it in view of Albert's legacy at Asante Kotoko. I think it's not unusual for a team to release a player on loan, and it's nothing bad about it.
Well, he's not expected to be registered for this weekend's Premier League game when Kotoko traveled to Bebieni Gold Stars. Before that game, Hatzabok will take on Dreams today at the University of Ghana Stadium at 3:30 tomorrow. Vision FC will take on Mediama SC. Bebieni Gold Stars are taking on Kotoko. And then on Sunday, Brecum Chelsea hosts Sojol Blacks. Hearts of Lions at home to 11 Wonders. Holy Stars take on Bechem United. Caroline United plays Samatex and Young Apostles play Hoho United. Look, before we go, I need to tell you about Litina Travels.
Please do.
If you are looking to go to the FIFA World Cup and you've got issues with your visa, just contact them and they will sort out your visa for you. If you're looking to purchase match tickets for all 3 of Ghana's group stage games at the World Cup, or for any of them, whatever the number of tickets you're looking for, Litina Travels are the ones that can get that for you. They can take care of your inner city and the intercity transport arrangements as well as your accommodation. Call them on 0244 260 789. 0244 260 789, or you can simply walk into their office at the Alisa Hotel North Ridge here in Accra and then have that conversation with them. Winston will be back later at 1:15 p.m. with game plan as we look ahead to the AFCON final.
Yes, but as we look into the AFCON final, quick one for you before you go. Who wins it?
Senegal.
Senegal?
Yeah.
Okay, based on where your West African allegiance or based on all the analysis you've done?
They've been the best team on the continent for about 6 years now. The only team, in fact, for about 4 AFCONs, Senegal have lost just one football match. That's to Algeria, and it was in the final of AFCON 2019. The 2 other matches that they have won were all on penalty shootouts, and they lost to teams that were the eventual winners of that AFCON. So since 2017, the only teams to have beaten Senegal are teams that have won the AFCON. They've won the tournament once in 2021, made the final in 2019, 3 semi-finals across in that period. There's no team better prepared.
Why do I have the feeling that Morocco may just win this?
Well, they've earned their place in the final, and finals are always games of fine margin. So, yeah.
Host nation.
They have an advantage. They have an advantage.
They have the 12th man.
Yes, they have the advantage. They have the momentum and everything on their side. But I just feel Senegal are better prepared. If you look at the growth of the team and everything they've done in the last, they keep changing teams, but the performance levels don't drop.
Okay, so you say Senegal. Well, how about Nigeria and Egypt?
Oh, that useless match, no.
Oh, you call that a useless match?
What is the reward for finishing in 3rd place?
Oh, you're giving a bronze medal.
Nobody remembers.
Bronze.
It doesn't matter. Even the money.
Hold on. What is the first African country to win a medal in the Olympic football?
Nobody cares about 3rd place.
No, what is the first?
Only remembers.
Oh, wait.
Winston.
The first African country to win a medal in Olympic football is Ghana.
I'm saying that.
We always pride ourselves as being the first.
The rest of the world doesn't remember. History only remembers winners.
So we remember Nigeria
also,
for the win this.
Also, the context of a 3rd place in Olympic football is not the same as a street football competition like AFCON, like Euros. The 3rd place is the final of the losers. The 2 teams who lost the semi-final. If it had been Ghana, take your mind back to all the times the Black Stars were forced to play the 3rd place playoff. We didn't care. The players themselves, they didn't care. Nobody's interested. That game versus the semi-finals 2012 and 2013, in those games, we didn't care what happened after. It is the game on Sunday. The game on Sunday
that matters.
The fight for the trophy, that is the one that matters. Now the 2nd place crowd, nobody remembers them. Now 3rd place.
So as for Nigeria, they are not part of the.
Oh no.
Oh,
see, the players themselves, they only have to honor it because it's an obligation. But in terms of desire, something to fight for, nah.
Anyway, thank you very much, Victor Achu Tamakloe, for joining us with the latest in the world of sports. You can also tell us what your own thoughts are here on the Super Morning Show. Get on to X, use the hashtag JoySMS, and then on WhatsApp 05511119997. Social media messages brought to us by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, and number 10 liver salt, a refreshing relief. So, let me tell you more about the EcoBank 5-star enjoyment promo. Simply deposit in multiples of 400 Ghana cedis or take a loan in multiples of 4,000 to build points and enter a draw for a chance to win your share of the 1.5 million in cash and prizes, including 1-year insurance cover, gift vouchers, and multiples of 10,000 Ghana cedis. There's more. Customers who transact with their EcoBank card or use the digital platforms enjoy up to 15% discount on rides, experiences, events, and more. Don't miss out. Tap into the vibes and be one of the 10,000 lucky winners in the EcoBank 5-star enjoyment promo. Deposit more, enjoy more. Promo runs till the end of January 2026. T's and C's apply. This promo is supervised by NLA on the Caritas platform. But please note, EcoBank will never ask for your PIN or password. When in doubt, call 0800 003 225 for assistance. EcoBank is the Pan-African Bank.
The Kakamotobi come out in the festive season, and they are as scary as our bills. But we don't want to miss out on parties, family, and festivals. Whether you say Akwaba, Maraba, Wezo, or Obake, EcoBank says tap into 5s in the 5-star enjoyment promo. Be one of 10,000 lucky winners when you deposit multiples of 400 Ghana cedis or take a loan in multiples of 4,000 Ghana cedis to win up to 1.5 million Ghana cedis in cash and prizes. 1-year insurance cover,
gift vouchers, and more. That's not all. Use your EcoBank card, mobile app, USSD, or POS to transact and enjoy up to 15% discount. Tap into vibes with EcoBank. T's and C's apply. Bill shouldn't scare you. EcoBank, the Pan-African bank.
EcoBank will never call or text asking you to verify sensitive information like your PIN, Ghana card, or bank card information. Pay better attention to details.
Honey, Easter in Dubai will not be bad, crowd. What do you think?
Hey, Dubai pa! But how?
The Activa Seda promo.
Hey.
Activa Insurance is thanking its customers and welcoming new ones. Just buy or renew any Activa Insurance policy and enter into a draw where you can win a fully paid trip to Dubai. Flight, hotel, and tours all covered. And if not Dubai, you can still win TVs, fridges, washing machines, and many more.
Really?
Yes. Buy your home, motor, fire, travel, personal accident insurance, or any Active Lady solution.
Amazing!
Walk into any Active Insurance branch or agency nationwide or dial *713 *313# now. Asida promo is partnered by Travel Planners Ghana, your travel experts, and Melcom. Promo ends 5th March 2026. T's and C's apply. Active Insurance. Our clients, our passion. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
For years, you made Sultana more than just a brand. It has become a part of your home. From your kitchens to your celebrations, now it's time to give back to you. Sultana's Buy and Win promo is here. You can win cars, motorbikes, trucks, Sultana products, and many more. All you have to do is to buy a bag of Sultana rice, scratch your coupon, and you could win really big. Sultana rice, your household favorite. Win the big one.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform. This advert is FDA approved.
Hello, Mr. Headmaster.
Please sit. I want to discuss your child, Sarah. She is always asking questions. Questions after questions. It never stops.
Sorry, we will...
Oh, no, don't be sorry. We love her curiosity. Our world needs more curious minds. So, well done.
Oh, thank you. Confident, curious kids will change our world. Nido is specially formulated with iron, vitamin C, and A. Nido, your love, their future.
This advert is FDA approved.
Right, so welcome back and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's 8 a.m. Time now for the Business Minute, brought to us by Anointed Engineering Services, the generator experts.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Anointed Engineering Services Limited, the generator experts. Oil marketing companies have begun reducing fuel prices at the pumps, with prices dropping by more than 3% per litre today. The IMF says it maintains its assessment that the Bank of Ghana could record a loss of over $200 million in 2025 due to its exposure to gold board under the domestic gold purchase program. The National Labour Commission has declared the planned strike by the Ghana Air Traffic Safety Electronics Association illegal, ordering an immediate call-off and averting a potential disruption to the aviation sector. And oil prices have fallen in Asian trade, extending losses from the previous session as supply concerns ease. Brent crude slipped 21 cents to $63.55 a barrel after fears of a possible US strike on Iran receded. And last to Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Anointed Engineering Services Limited, the generator experts.
Alright, so that's the Business Minute brought to us by Anointed Engineering Services here on the Super Morning Show. But on big stories this morning, brought to us by Telecel, connecting energies, Lancaster University, Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa, and Equity Health Insurance here for you. Well, Our focus still on transportation, so we'll talk more about that here on the Super Morning Show. But also, we're concerned because you've asked questions about the Presidential Advisory Group on the economy. You've asked questions. You've asked us, isn't this a duplication of function? The fact that there's an economic management team, there's an advisor on the economy. So, what will this group achieve or do differently from the other groups? We're going to be speaking to the Minister of State in charge of government communications, Felix Kwatiofosu, shortly here on the Super Morning Show.
But before that, let me tell you, your money deserves the safest home. And with Telecel Cash, you are protected every step of the way. No risks, no worries, no long stories, just peace of mind. Dial *110# or download the Telecel Play app now for safe, secure transactions. If you don't have the Telecel Play app, go online, go to your Play Store, download it, and you enjoy secure transactions with Telecel Cash, the safer choice. Sunday, keke.
Sapepepe. Anyway, stay with us. I want to return after these messages. We're trying to get Felix Kwatiofosu, but also we'll be focusing on the transportation challenges in Accra. We're told the Vice President will meet the Transport Minister, Bukari Joseph Nikpe, to discuss how to solve these challenges. But hey, as always, we do the show with you. We'd love to know what your thoughts are, your solutions to this problem. We'll share them with the rest of the world after these.
Auntie T, abeg, fix me go betete Ghana. No gari, no oil, no plantain, just beans then eggs.
Hey, brah, that be dangerous combination, no.
Problem no day. I fit handle am.
For Telecel, we the Bob say everybody gets what they like. That be why Made For Me bundles day. Based on your usage, you fit get your own data and call packages. Fala! Made For Me bundles like the way you the want them. Dial *530#, then buy Made For Me bundles today.
Telecel, connecting energies.
You love weekends, I love weekends, and here I am highlighting some of the best betting opportunities for this weekend. Let's break it down. First, our booking code BW3283A7D6. Use it to place your bet on Betway. We have 10 games on the slip, including today's Ligue 1 matches where both Monaco and PSG are expected to pick home wins against Lorient and Lille respectively. Manchester United's new interim boss, Michael Carrick, faces the hottest baptism of fire possible this weekend as his side lock horns with bitter rivals Manchester City. I predict a win or draw for City. There is also the small Spanish matter of Real Madrid picking all 3 points at home to Levante and Barcelona expected to win away to Real Sociedad. Don't forget our booking code BW3283A7D6. Get more rewards with Betway. Log on to betway.com.gh to place your bet. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly. No under 18. Betway, get way more.
Make a choice. Go for it. You need support to achieve. A new verse awaits you. The Republic Verse, where you're treated as uniquely as you are. Succeed, thrive, outshine yourself. This is our verse, the Republic Verse. Join the Republic Verse and big up. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Across the continent, the family meets once again. From Ivory Coast to Tanzania, Nigeria to Angola, everyone's got something to say. Until someone says that maybe it was only Ivory Coast's luck the last time. From 21 December to 18 January, everybody gathers for Africa's biggest football tournament. 24 countries, 52 games. It's the Africa Cup of Nations Morocco 2025. Join our family meeting live on SuperSport, available on DSTV and GoTV.
Welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And before the break, I told you we're going to be joined by the Minister of State in charge of government communications and Member of Parliament for Abra Asebu Kwaman Kese, Felix Kwatiofosu. Honorable Kwatiofosu, good morning. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning, Winston.
Great, and Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you, Winston.
Great. So, great. So, once the statement was released yesterday, questions from many quarters: why a presidential group, advisory group on the economy? Where's the economic management team? There's a presidential advisor on the economy. The finance minister is not even part of this advisory group. What are your responses to these concerns, Felix?
Well, of course, legitimate questions which require clarifications. The first point is that there is no economic management team as yet.
Okay.
So it does not arise at all. There is no economic management team. The second point is that the idea of an advisory council on the economy is not new. In fact, the first to take such a step was President Mills sometime in 2010 or so, when he set up the the Economic Advisory Council, at the time chaired by the late Mr. Nankani, Dr. Nankani, I beg your pardon.
Okay.
At that time, he also had an economic management team chaired by then Vice President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Then, when President Kufuor took over, he didn't have an economic advisory council, but he had an economic management team, which had become a convention started by President Rawlings. President Mahama initially had an economic management team when he became president in 2013. Then in 2015, when we had some economic headwinds, he established the Presidential Advisory Group on the economy. So I have traced this history to show that it is nothing new. Now, the purpose of this is to tap into the expertise and experience and depth of knowledge of people with extensive background in economic management and private business. So if you check the list, you see that there are known political figures there, like Dr. Akoto, who is also a former governor of the Bank of Ghana, the former finance minister, and a successful one at that. There's also Mr. Setepe, who used to be finance minister, so he has a lot of experience in economic management. But there are also people from academia, professors who teach in our universities who are economic researchers. There are also established business names, like Mr. Sam Jonah, Togbe Asede, and Mr. Ismail Yamson, who for many years was the managing director of one of Ghana's biggest companies, Unilever Ghana Limited. And then there's the vice president, and then the advisory group is chaired by the president himself. Indeed, the president chaired the 2015 advisory group also.
Okay.
And the purpose for this advisory group was clearly stated in the statement that I released yesterday. Among other things, they are supposed to coordinate the formulation and implementation of economic policy and advise on measures, strategies, and policies that can strengthen our economy, given the trajectory of our economy and the history that we have had.
Okay.
Now, the finance minister is not part of it. It provides some insulation and independence for the advisory group, so that their decisions or their advice are formulated from a standpoint of independence without influence from those who are involved in the active day-to-day management of the economy. It is the reason why the governor of the Bank of Ghana is also not there, because he is in charge of monetary policy and its implementation.
Okay.
So that, in a nutshell, is the rationale behind this.
Yeah, but talking about the membership, I see Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman, Vice President, Ishmael Yamson, Kwame Pienim, Miss Nana Oyeman Sanyeboa, Kwabena Dufour, Samuel Eson Jonah, Ato Brown, Henry Kofi Wampa, Togbe Afede the 14th, Amoah, Professor Priscilla Chumesi Bafo, and Professor Patience Abo. But I do not see Seth Tekbe, who is the presidential advisor on the economy. Why is he not here?
Well, I pardon my initial error. The point is that Mr. Setepe is a presidential advisor on the economy. So he also has a role to play in economic policy formulation and management. As I indicated, the object is to ensure that the group itself is insulated from the day-to-day management of the economy, so that their policy formulation advice is done from a standpoint of independence. That essentially the rationale why those who are actively engaged in day-to-day management of the economy are not on the the group. Yes.
Okay, but if you look at the purpose and mandate, A, provide strategic counsel on macroeconomic management, fiscal consolidation, debt sustainability, and coherence between fiscal and monetary policy. Issues of debt sustainability, fiscal consolidation, you'd expect that these are things that would be implemented by the finance minister. So if you say you want to ensure independence, isn't it important for the finance minister to be part of the group that would advise the president on these issues?
No, the finance minister is at the forefront of the day-to-day management of the economy, together with the governor, the government statistician, and other key players in economic management. If you put him on this group, it tends to compromise the level of independence that is required to assess the performance of the economy, how those who do the day-to-day management are performing, and what informs their decisions. So it is to allow for some insulation in policy formulation and the formulation of advice on how the economy should be managed. That essentially is the reason why those who are actively involved in day-to-day management are not on this committee, on this group. I beg your pardon.
Great. And so when the president is advised by this group, the expectation is that whoever has to implement that advice will be directed by the president to do that, right?
Well, of course, all of us ministers, appointees of any sort, work at the pleasure of the president. The buck stops with him. And indeed, this president has been very, very active in the way that governance has transpired. Many of the things that have been done by the finance minister have been done with the tacit approval and concurrence of the president. It is not possible to take major decisions on the economy without the say-so of the president. So once the president is convinced that the advice that has been brought and deliberated upon would inure to the benefit of the economy, he will issue the appropriate instructions, and people who work under him are obliged to carry out the instructions unless they can show that a problem may arise if such instructions are carried out. And they will then have to convince the president as to why that directive should not be carried out. So I think that it is fairly straightforward and not complicated at all. Yeah.
Now, you say there is currently no economic management committee.
That is true. No economic management, yes.
Would there be one?
Well, I'm not able to say. It is at the discretion of the president because the economic management team is formed by the president. As I indicated earlier, in 2015, there was an economic management, but the president also set up the presidential advisory group on the economy when we faced some headwinds between 2015 and 2016. So, President Mills also had an economic management team, but he had Dr. Nankani chaired presidential advisory group on the economy. Sorry, presidential advisory council on the economy. So it is not unusual to have an economic management team and also have a group of advisors. But as we speak, there is no economic management team. There is only the presidential advisory group on the economy. If at any point the president deems it necessary to augment the work of the managers of the economy by setting up an economic management team, I will communicate gladly to the people of Ghana.
Great. And let's look at the terms and conditions of this group. How often will they meet and how will they be remunerated? As
we speak, I'm not certain about any remuneration. It's an advisory group. They are not permanent employees. If you look at the list, you see that many of these people are already engaged in other activities. There are people who are lecturing in the universities who are already on the public payroll and therefore are not going to get any additional remuneration, as far as I know. But in terms of the frequency of their meetings, that would depend on what they decide. If you like, frequency in terms of how many times they have to meet and conducted and the modalities governing such meetings. I think that the group will be allowed at their first meeting or any other meeting to make this determination. But what is certain is that they will keep a close eye on the economy and ensure that the policies that are being implemented are the right ones and they will benefit the generality of our people.
Okay. Beyond the university lecturers also, I see the likes of Ishmael Yamson, Kwame Pianim. These are private persons. I see says some Jonah, Mr. Ato Brown, who is a former World Bank infrastructure specialist and agribusiness investor. He's a private person engaged in his farming. So if you're getting these people to advise, if I went to them and I sought their advice, or if any entity went to them seeking advice, they would charge the person. Are you saying?
Well, but they are not being engaged in any consulting capacity. What you are talking about would emerge if they were being hired as consultants, but they are not consultants. All the people you've mentioned are distinguished personalities. Many of them have had long careers managing some of our biggest organizations. Mr. Kwampianim is a distinguished statesman with many years of public service, and he's been in private practice for many years, advising on the economies of countries beyond Ghana. Mr. Ato Brown, as he said, is a prominent businessman. He's worked with the World Bank and other international financial organizations. So these are not people who are in here to make a quick buck, but they are people who have been called upon to put their expertise at the disposal of the nation, because we require a certain firm hand in the way that our economy is managed, given our past experiences, and the need to move away from it and do things that are more beneficial to our economic development. So there's really no remuneration that I know of or can speak of at this moment.
Okay. Now, before you go, I know that the past few days has been difficult period for many passengers. During your last accountability series, you were talking about it, but the situation is still the same. What is government doing? What's the transport ministry doing in dealing with the commercial vehicle situation where a lot of people today close from work and can't get home because there are no vehicles?
Well, indeed, government is extremely concerned. The state of affairs. And as I indicated at the accountability series, normally our public transport system is dominated by private sector players. And it has served as well all these years. But we noted towards the festive season last year that there had been a sudden scarcity, which clearly is explained by rent-seeking behavior by some drivers who sought to cash in on the influx of passengers and commuters because the festive season was near. Government intervened by roping in about 40 buses or so from the state transport company, and this significantly improved the situation. Right after, the buses normally belong to STC, who use it for their day-to-day operations. But we noticed that once that happened, the drivers reverted to old behavior and they began to hold passengers hostage again. So starting from last week, the transport minister has made efforts to get the STC buses back on stream, and as I speak, they are back. The Metro Mass Transit also has some buses, some of which are in various stages of breakdown. He's ordered that they should be fixed quickly, so we expect that in a matter of a day or two, they should be back on the road. About 10 large capacity buses belonging to MMT. We believe that this will ease the situation a lot. And then, as I speak to you, there's a move led by the Vice President to engage the transport organizations, GPRT and what have you, in order to address what is clearly rent-seeking behavior by some of their members, which is exacerbating the situation and creating a lot of stress and anxiety and frustration for the motoring public. We believe that all these measures should coalesce to resolve the situation. But in the long term, efforts are going to be made to reinvest further in public, state-owned public transport through the MMT, STC, and others to ensure that we have a more permanent solution to this unfortunate difficulty.
And talking about long term, we're back to the solutions of old, aren't we? The Metro Mass Transit and everything. These are things we've been trying over a long period, and they've not really solved the problem. So how about a state-backed private solution?
Oh, I think that as I indicated Wednesday, public transport, by its nature and given the numbers involved, would have to be a private sector-led activity. And for decades, this has been the case. We've not really had this sort of problem. Except that suddenly this rent-seeking behavior by some people who want to make supernormal profits has led to that scarcity. Admittedly, population increase and urbanization has also led to a situation where demand is outstripping supply. So therefore, we need to find new ways of addressing the problem. That there have been difficulties in implementation of policies like the Metro Mass Transit. There is no reason why they cannot be refined, fine-tuned, and better implemented. There is no other way out of the situation permanently, other than having a situation where there are sufficient number of means of public transport, either by road or by rail or any other measure that ensures that people can commute from wherever they live to wherever they want to go and work or engage in any activity and go back in decency without having to go through all this hassle and stress. So yes, past attempts may not have yielded the desired outcome, but it does not mean that we can't learn lessons from those past attempts and refine. Everywhere in the world, in the most advanced countries, public transport also involves buses, road transport. There are private taxis. There's a rail network. They have high-speed rail and what have you. So there's nothing wrong with starting with road transport. In other words, buses. There are plans. If you check our manifesto, there are plans to do light rail and what have you. Those will take a bit of time. But it doesn't mean that in between the time that we roll out that commitment, we should leave our people at the mercy of rent-seeking commercial vehicle operators. We need to do something to address the situation, even as we put in place the long-lasting and permanent solutions.
In the past, the NDC attempted the bus rapid transit. There were designated lanes at some point in time. It didn't work. Is that something the government intends going back to?
Well, I wouldn't say it didn't work. It was well intentioned. We brought in 250 buses. Everybody saw its rollout. And it helped significantly. Unfortunately, the MPP left it to collapse. Out of the 250 buses, now only 87 are functional because they were basically abandoned, they were not properly looked after, and the whole scheme was mismanaged. That is why we are where we are. But that buses were brought in was a good thing. And when they came in and started operations, we all saw the improvements in public transport, especially in terms of the cost and how affordable it was for members of the public. It is something that we will revive in order that we ease the problem further, even as we put in place all the other transport modes that ensure that people are able to commute from where they live to where they want to go engage in any activity and go back in a decent and hassle-free, stress-free.
Okay. Now, these Metro Mass Transit buses that the Minister of Transport has asked to be fixed, when are they going to be on the road?
Oh, they should be on the road in a matter of days. But their repairs are being expedited. Mind you, Metro Mass Transit, is a corporate entity. They are a private organization, so they have routes. Some of it is intercity. But because of the crisis we've had to redirect some of the buses to do intracity transport. It may create a bit of a challenge for the operations of Metro Mass in terms of their intercity routes, but it is necessary because of the crisis we have, and they have agreed to cooperate in order that we resolve it. So the buses should be on the road in a matter of days.
All right, Felix. But before we wrap it all up, Sedina Tamakloe, former CEO of Maslog, according to the communication we are getting from Ghana's embassy in the U.S., has been arrested, currently in detention, waiting to be sent to Ghana. And this is because of an extradition request following her sentencing in absentia. Has the government been informed about this?
Oh, government has been aware of it. Indeed, the Attorney General disclosed the pendency of the extradition in July 2024 when he appeared at the accountability series late last year, when on the day that he announced his intention to charge to me and others over the Exim Bank matter. So the Attorney General disclosed it. Once that extradition request was in place, the U.S. authorities had begun efforts to trace her, arrest her, and bring her to Ghana. So we have always known this. It is not anything that has been a secret. So once the U.S. authorities have indicated that they have her in custody, the necessary processes will be activated to get her to come serve her sentence. Yeah. It also belies the claim that government was a pending extradition request. There was nothing more that the government of Ghana could do beyond waiting for the U.S. authorities to honor the extradition request, which they have done.
Okay. Well, Felix, thank you very, very much for joining us this morning. But there's a question that someone just sent to me about definition of gender and issues surrounding male, female, and smuggling of LGBTQ content into senior high school curriculum. What's the government's position on that?
Again, it's fairly straightforward. The government agency responsible for that, NACA, has taken steps to withdraw the offending application. They have issued a revised one, which does not contain the offending words. So that matter, as far as you are concerned, stands resolved.
Thank you very much. Felix Kwatro-Fosu's Minister of State in charge of Government Communications, joining us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. We've been talking about transport, talking about the Presidential Advisory Group on the economy, because he had asked questions, beg your pardon, and we were seeking answers from him. So you could just get on to WhatsApp 05511119997. Tell us whether your thoughts are and whether all the questions have been answered here on the Super Morning Show, Kojo.
Yes, so now we have some clarity on the page, the Presidential Advisory Group on the economy. And I've been looking at the people and what they bring on board. For example, if you try to segment the members of page, you have private sector leaders, right? Ishmael Yamson, Samuel Jonah, Togbe Afede. They have been key private sector leaders. Ishmael from UAC days to Unilever days, he's been on the board of a lot of institutions, from telco to energy to manufacturing, FMCG, which basically also puts him in the agribusiness space. Because if you look at a lot of the FMCGs, they take raw material from agribusiness. So Mr. Ishmael Yamson brings that to bear, right? And then Sam Jonah also from minerals to general business now. He Ashanti Goldfields Corporation, he was CEO at a very young age, and one of the key things that is keeping our economy going is gold now, right? So you'd expect that he has a lot of experience in that particular market to be able to advise the president on that. Togbe Afede, he has investment across different areas, including energy. And so energy, airlines, securities, strategic African securities. So from bringing his finance, investment management, and power and all those things to bear, also brings a lot of experience. And then we look at the pure economists and the former finance officials. They're also one group, like Mr. Kwame Pienim, right? Nanoye Mansa Yeboah, and then Dr. Kwabena Dufo. These are people you would say are pure economists and former finance officials who are bringing that to bear. They all have their experiences also from other industries based on what they have done to bring a 360 kind of view and insights into advisory to the president. And then you come to the banking and the infrastructure people. Dr. Wampa, former Bank of Ghana governor, he headed research from 1996 to 2001, served as deputy governor, worked with the IMF, directed the West African Monetary Institute. So he also brings a lot of experience when you look at the monetary related stuff. The interesting one for me is Mr. Atto Brown, Francis Atto Brown. He worked with the World Bank in different capacities. At a point, he was a country manager for Kazakhstan.
Okay.
In the Europe and Central Asia region. And if you go to Kazakhstan and you look at his track record, he helped to transform Kazakhstan, the economy, their infrastructure, water, agribusiness. So he's someone who also brings a lot to bear. He also country manager for Sierra Leone in the Africa region between 2012 and 2015. When Ebola broke, he led the World Bank's response in that particular area. And for people like this, because of the position they sat in, they actually saw a bit of every economy they worked in.
Sure.
If you're a country manager for Sierra Leone, for example, you'd understand their economy and how it relates to other economies in the world. Kazakhstan is also a great experience. And before that, he was the sector manager for water in the Middle East and North Africa region. So he's quite well traveled within the World Bank system. And it's also interesting because if you look at the world, the national service farms and those initiatives, they were the people who were the core unit that started those things. So after everything World Bank, he came back to Ghana to invest in agric, built a very large farm. It's enabling a lot of young people in agribusiness. So, and he's also on the board of the Cosmos Innovation Center, which is done for many years. So he's seen ideas, innovation, startups, and they've led the growth of startups in the country for a very long time. So this man also brings a lot of experience to bear when it comes to the Presidential Advisory Group on the economy. And of course, Miss Amoah, CEO of the Ghana Stock Exchange, she's been CEO since 2022, right? She basically is sitting on a capital market at the moment. So she'll bring all the insights and all the data to help in decision making to drive growth. And there's also the people from academia. First, Professor J. Nano Pokwajiman, who is the Vice President, experienced in education, former Vice Chancellor of University of Cape Coast, former Education Minister, now Vice President. She's been through the system, and she comes with a lot of experience as well. And then there's Professor Priscilla Chumesi Bafor, Senior Lecturer at the University of Ghana. She specializes in labor markets, economic growth. In fact, I went online to look at some of her publications. So I went on Google Scholar to check her publications. She has about 417 citations. And she's written on almost everything: the impact of mobile money access on internal remittances, consumption expenditure, and household welfare in Ghana. She wrote this paper with 4 other researchers: innovation and employment in manufacturing and service firms in Ghana. She's written on almost all the different sectors of our economy. So she's also coming with a lot of depth and a lot of insight. And there's also Professor Patience Abo, who is the first female full professor at the University of Ghana Business School. She was promoted, I think, in 2025, right? She's an expert in health policy and management and public administration, and she also brings a lot of depth to the conversation. So I think when you look at it on the surface, the president has selected a group of smart, experienced people whose advice could change the country if he listens to the advice.
Great. Well, the minister in charge of government communications explains that they want to because they'll be advising the president, they didn't want the finance minister in there because a lot of the things are things he'll be implementing. If the finance minister thinks otherwise, well, he can always explain to the president. I'd have preferred that the finance minister is part of this group, so right from the get-go he can actually talk about what he believes should be done, because he looks at our figures, he looks at our revenue generation on a daily basis. He knows how much we're generating. He knows how much we're making. He knows the payments that we're making. I mean, he has the backing of the law to do all of these things. So the expectation would have been that he'll be part of them to actually give that advice. But I can also understand the bit about, it'll be important that since he's going to be the implementer, why do you want him as part of the advisory group? Wait, after everything he gets to implement. We don't have an economic management team currently, so this group has an important role to play.
Yeah, and if you look at the fact that other groups have also been inaugurated and been put in place, the president will be getting a lot of advice from different sectors. So now we have the Presidential Advisory Group on the economy. You remember that sometime in 2025, around May, there was the Accelerated Export Development Committee that was formed, that the president is chairing as well. Now that group has the president as a member, Guzitano as a member, Atu Forsin as a member, Elizabeth Ejare as a member, Emilia Arthur, Eric Opoku, Dominic Aine. So part of his cabinet is in there. And then he went out to look for other people. There's the GRA boss also on the on
Anthony
that.
Sapong.
And then there's the General Paul Seidu, Tanya Kulono, I think Ghana Post and Abos Authority, right? And then you have Davis Kobo, who is former National Best Farmer, President of FAGE. You have Dr. Eben Amoah, used to be with what do you call it? NDPC, right? You have Dr. Akushika Ando. You have Kwesi Kobo. Kwesi Kobo worked in the development sector for years, set up the Ghana incentive-based risk sharing platform for agricultural lending, which is GESAL. Very experienced guy, practical person in that space. And then there is Samson Asaki Awingobit from the Exporters Group. And then there is AGI rep. And then there is Jacob Nyakomensa. And one very young man I want to highlight, Gabriel Opoku-Asare. Gabriel used to work with Guinness Ghana. He went on to join the Guinness Group and was director of society for Guinness, I think globally, right? Bringing in a lot of experience. So you have Page, you have AEDC, you have your Council of State as well. There's Cabinet, and the various technical advisory groups in the various ministries and agencies. And so advice will be unlimited for the president.
Well,
how we filter the advice and implement the advice.
That's his job.
Yeah.
Anyway, when we return after these messages, we'll be reading a lot of your thoughts here on the Super Morning Show. Keep them coming. Get on to X, use the hashtag JoySMS, and then on WhatsApp 055-1111-997. We'll be right back.
Hey, do they want to sack you dry? Why shall I way? Engagement things and kwenye. Hey, sure. They even added washing machine, fridge, flat screen TV, 65 inches and so. How do they expect you to buy all these and still take care of your family? Oh, Kwame.
Mama. And how hukra? With Access Bank's Pick Now Pay Later, we can get everything now in minutes and pay at 0% interest over the next 6 months. Eye koko kra.
Hey, sir.
Access Bank says faster is here. With a now digitized Pick Now Pay Later, life's big moments are within reach. Just click, pick, approved in minutes. For more information, call our 24-hour contact center on 0800 00 4400. Terms and conditions apply. Access Bank, more than banking. Hey, is it my TV or my eyes? Why? If you say everything clear past my future.
Charlie, it's not your eyes, it's the TCL C6K QD Mini LED TV.
With QD Mini LED technology, you get deep blacks, bright highlights, and colors so real. See, even the referee's board head, they shine.
Movies, football, gaming, every detail sharp like a new razor blade.
If your old TV they show bleh bleh, Charlie, it's time to upgrade.
Visit any Electroland Ghana shop for yours and enter the ongoing Achedia promo.
TCL C6K QD Mini LED TV.
TCL, inspire greatness.
Welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And very soon we'll activate the phone lines. We'll get to hear your thoughts on the Presidential Advisory Group on the economy. But look, while some see challenges, we see opportunities. Where others spot risk, we unlock value. At Stanbic Corporate and Investment Banking, we partner with businesses driving Ghana and Africa's growth, from energy to mining, infrastructure to trade. We finance the ideas and enterprises that empower economies. Our partnerships with market leaders in the energy, trade, and mining sectors prove that when ambition meets expertise, growth is inevitable. Call 0302-815-7892 to speak to our CIB team, or visit stanbicbank.com.gh to get started. Stanbic Corporate and Investment Banking, driving growth, creating sustainable impact.
Yeah, and when I was talking about Professor Priscilla Trumesi-Bafo, I said she's a senior lecturer. She's a ASU prof, right?
Yes, associate professor.
So she's a big woman.
Oh yeah.
If I say senior lecturer, I would have reduced the titles more.
Because assistant lecturer, senior lecturer.
Yes. It's a big woman.
Oh, a big woman, pa.
Yes.
Very soon, a full prof.
And one of the things I'll do the next few days is to actually spend time to read a lot of her publications.
Please do.
Because they look really interesting, right? Like financial development and the social cost of financial intermediation in Africa. It's something, regional integration and non-tariff barriers to intra-Saharan African trade.
Yeah, that'll be a good read.
You know, and look, our academics, if we use them to drive national development, we will not be where we are. If we take their insights.
No, the research is available.
Anyway, now let me tell you about IMVG warehouses. They are located in Winston. You need to help me with the name of the area again.
Ayika Doblo.
They are located in Ayika Doblo. They have warehouses with cold storage solutions. They are modern cold rooms, okay, with pallet racking for hundreds of pallets, CCTV surveillance, forklifts for easy handling, and reliable backup power. Okay, so if you are into farming, food distribution, pharmaceuticals, or any business that relies on temperature control storage, you need to talk to IMVG warehouses in Ayika Dobro. You can call them on 024 472 0034 or 024 946 5760. Visit their website imvgwarehouses.com today. IMVG Warehouses, protecting your products and your profits.
Great. And Central University invites prospective applicants to apply for admission to the 2025-2026 academic year. Now, at Central University, we believe aligning who you are with what we do is the heart of our academic journey, one that goes beyond the classroom. We're currently admitting students for the following programs: IT and engineering, architecture, design, planning, business, economics, communication, pharmacy, nursing, public health, law, psychology, and social work. There are also diploma programs for applicants whose results do not qualify them for undergraduate degree programs. Our graduate programs include PhD, Finance, MBA, MPhil, MSc, and MA programs. WASI applicants are invited to try our program eligibility checker on our website to assess the eligibility for our undergraduate programs. No matter where your dreams are headed, Central University is where they begin. Central University, raising virtuous and transformational leaders for our world. Okay. So lots of your messages. Let's start from the messages, and then we get to hear from you on 0302216541 and then 0551111997. We want you to tell us what you make of the Presidential Advisory Group on the economy. But first, let's get into the messages, Kojo.
Yes, we have a lot of your messages here. Let me start with this particular one. This message, should I read the ones on transport or every message?
Well, read the message.
Because the messages are mixed, really. This one says, I think the transport minister was brought in to implement Okada, which I think is a bad policy. He's done with it. He must be removed to bring in somebody with innovative ideas to solve the transport problem. This is Odate. Now, this one says, hi, Winston and team. The best way to solve this transport problem, Ghana needs its own form of economic transformation relative to transport and food security. I strongly believe the government must get involved in running that sector by importing a lot of the church buses and not leaving it to GPRTU. At least that sector can employ a lot of youth roaming on the streets, involving themselves in robbery and other vices. On food security, this person says the school feeding program is already there, hence let them include mass feeding program where they can be selling proper food like kinke around 2 cities. Already cooked rice at more affordable prices, reducing the burden of majority of suffering Ghanaians. This is from Papa Bisu in Spintex.
Kojo, let's get onto the phone lines, and we head straight to Kumasi. Kofi Mensah, good morning.
Yes, good morning, my friend.
Kofi, how are you doing this morning?
Pleasure to see you. I'm doing very well. And you?
Well, God is still taking care of us. Share your thoughts with us on the advisory group on the economy.
Yes. What is their main function? I don't know.
Let me just read their functions to you briefly.
Good.
So that you can understand what they're supposed to do. But basically, they are supposed to advise the president on the macro economy, okay? So let me just read this to you. This is from the committee says that purpose and mandate: provide strategic counsel on macroeconomic management, fiscal consolidation, debt sustainability, and coherence between fiscal and monetary policy. Advise on structural transformation, industrial development, competitiveness, and export-led growth strategies.
That's great. Okay.
Advise.
I think it's enough. Thank you. Thank you a lot.
So go ahead.
You see, we can form committees upon everything on the economy. But what is scary, my brother, is that we are stealing the money. Economics supposed to guide all these things, but the monies are being stolen. That is the main thing we have to guide against.
Okay.
I was listening to the Sedina Tamakloe whatever, and I look the money that the woman has taken. It's huge, and people are taking more money. Let's guard our money first. And we'll be able to do that. We can form committee to guide how we should lead our lives here. It's scary.
Right.
People are still stealing.
Thank you very much, Kofi Mensah in Kumasi. You can also join us on 0302 216 541 and then 055 11 11997 0302 216 541 and then 055 1111997. Tell us what you make of the Presidential Advisory Group on the economy. 12 persons to advise the president. Of course, is chaired by the president of the Republic, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the vice president on that committee as well. Let's get back onto the phone lines, and we have Ahmed joining us. Ahmed, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, Ahmed from Kaswa. Share your thought with us.
Yes. In fact, before I share my thought with you, who is Mama V?
Oh, she's around.
Oh. Please, let's hear a voice at least. The media has come. Just leave for a second. It is okay for us. Okay.
Good morning. This is Mama V.
Don't
mind Kojo Boateng. Ahmed, go ahead.
Okay. I just hope that they will give off their best. Because looking at the background of all the people there, you see that they are apolitical. They don't belong to some party as such. They are people who are good in their own fold. So we just hope and pray. That as they advise, the government, particularly the president, will hear them. Not like before. The economic committee will advise, and then the finance minister will not listen. We do not want such things to happen. I just pray that things will work out for us. Good morning.
Good morning, Ahmed in Kaswa. You can also join us on 0302 216 541, then 055 1111997, 0302 216 541, and then 055 1111997. The government has formed a presidential advisory group on the economy, and their function is to advise the president on strategic decisions when it comes to debt sustainability, the coherence between monetary and fiscal. What do you make of this particular committee? Let's go to Tema, where Ajiman Joseph is. Good morning, Ajiman Joseph.
I'm very good, man. I hope you're doing well.
God is still taking care of us. I believe you're fine too.
That is just good. I'm also fine.
Great. Share your thought with us.
My question is, before appointment of ministers will be done, I believe we have economic management team, right?
Well, we're told there's currently no economic management team.
And also the vice president is the one who should be the head of the economy.
The convention is to have the vice president as chair of the economic management team.
So this advisory, is it permanent or temporary?
Advisory group.
Yeah, is it permanent or temporary?
Well, that I do not know.
You have economists at the Ministry of Finance who are not politically inclined, and they have the knowledge, the technical know-how to advise on economy. So for this one, I see it to be a job for the boys, which my view is not all that necessary.
All right. Thank you very much, Ajiman Joseph, for joining us. You can also join us on 0302216541 and then 05511119997. 0302216541 and then 05511119997. Let's hear from you. Let's hear your take. I mean, what your own thoughts are on the Presidential Advisory Group on the Economy, a 12-member advisory group chaired by President John Dramani Mahama. What do you make of it? But of course, let's get to Accra, where Emmanuel is. Emmanuel, good morning.
Good morning, Fokofi.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
God is still taking care of us. I believe you're fine.
I'm fine.
Great. Share your thoughts with us.
Find out the committee they are forming. Are they going to draw salary allowances or something?
Well, the minister in charge of government communication says, as it stands, no, he's not aware of any remuneration or whatever. These are people who, it's not like they're offering consultancy services to government. It's just advisory service. So for now, he doesn't think they'll take anything.
Okay. And that's okay. Bye.
Okay. Thank you very much, Emmanuel, who's just concerned about whether they're going to draw, some funds from the state. What are your own concerns, or what excites you about this group? Give us a call on 0302216541 and then 05511119997. 05511119997 and then 0302216541. I'd love to hear from you and know what your thoughts are. Okay, we're going to be picking more of your calls here on the Super Morning Show. But still, can we talk about transportation? It's a major issue now. Okay, let's get back onto the phone lines now and speak to Cooks in Agbogba. Cooks, good morning.
Good morning, Winston. How are you doing?
God is still taking care of his children. How about you?
God's grace.
Great. Share your thoughts with us.
Impeccable list. No doubt about the people who make the team, who form the team. But one problem I have in this country, talk too much. We talk too much. We've seen such season, whatever, in the past. Have so much trust in them. They come and, the delivery point becomes something else. We hope this one, as we say, Aban Papa Abana, this one would really deliver to the expectations of Ghanaians. Bingo, or kudos to the president for this.
Thank you very much, Cooks in Agbogba. You can also join us on 0302216541 and then 05511119997. 0302216541 and then 05511119997. What do you make of the Presidential Advisory Group on the Economy? It has the likes of Sam Jonah, Dr. Kofi Wampa, former governor. It also has Agbogumefia of the Asogli State, Togbe, up there. But let's get to Tema, where Ni is. Ni, good morning.
Good morning. The solution is clear in front of us. They have to construct the railway line. The buses which are out of service, they have to maintain them. It didn't take so much time, maybe 2 weeks. And then the economy gets going. Very simple issues. Even Ramsar side, people are encroaching and people are standing. It's okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ni from Tema, who will be our last caller for now. Thanks to all of you for joining us. Stay with us. There's more coming up on the Super Morning Show, including time with the Women of Valor team. We'll be right back.
Omni, another bank.
Rosebank International University College is a proud brand of the Advitech Group, Africa's largest private education provider. With 146 schools across 5 African countries, we are fully accredited by the South African Qualifications Authority, the British Accreditation Council, the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, City and Guilds UK, and Capsicum Culinary Studio. We offer a Doctor of Business Administration, DBA, MBA, MSc, and MPhil in Digital Marketing, Bachelor of Supply Chain Management, targeting professionals in freight forwarding, customs, etc. At Rosebank, we offer programs in commerce, hospitality, ICT, and culinary arts available at diploma, undergraduate, and postgraduate levels, all carefully designed to equip you with the skills and qualifications needed for a successful global career. Admissions are now open for January 2026. Visit our modern campus at Airport Commercial, Opebia House, Accra, or apply online at www.riuc.edu.gh or call us now on 0307 007 800.
Jack was on his way home. Just another evening drive. Lorraine was crossing the street. Just another walk to the shop. But in a split second, everything changed. One moment could save a life. Accidents keep rising and casualties keep climbing, leaving families in pain. Remember, avoid drinking and driving. Wear your seatbelts, helmets, and look both ways before crossing. Road safety is in your hands. The Road Safety Campaign is brought to you by Ayuda, Ghana's #1 services app. App Bako Services Bebre, Universal Motors Limited, driving trust, delivering excellence, and powered by Joy FM, Adum FM, Asempa FM, Hits FM, Joy News, and Joy Prime.
FPAC is effective for headaches and relieves the symptoms of flu, colds, and catarrh. FPAC blows away the pain associated with sore throats. During and after a hard day's work, FPAC relieves you of body pains. After the day's sports workout, FPAC helps the body to control the aching muscles. FPAC is effective against feverishness. FPAC reduces body temperature associated with malaria and other fevers. FPAC is effective against rheumatic pains. You can find FPAC in all pharmacy and chemical select shops throughout the country. FPAC is not recommended for children less than 16 years of age, ulcer and asthmatic patients, pregnant and lactating mothers. If symptoms persist for more than 2 days, consult your doctor. FPAC blows your pain away.
FPAC Junior follows in the tradition of FPAC tablets, a trusted friend to relieve your child of pain associated with teething, catarrh, cold, and fever. The good that FPAC does for you, FPAC Junior does for your child. FPAC Junior is for children between 6 months and 12 years. FPAC Junior blows your child's pain away.
Frustrated with outdated banking experiences? You deserve an app that makes your life easier, not harder. Say hello to the CBG mobile app, your new cool way to handle everything banking. With biometric security, lightning fast mobile money access, and one-touch bill payments, banking has never been this smooth. Stop imagining when you can live a life where your entire banking world is in your pocket, ready whenever you need it. No stress, no fuss. Don't settle for less. Experience a more superior, convenient way of banking today with the CBG mobile app. Banking made cool, fast and secure. Welcome to the good life. CBG. We stand with
I told you that a team from Women of Valor will be joining us here to have a conversation about this year's Women of Valor. Now, the theme for this year is the pursuit of fearlessness. And we're joined by the founder, Nana Abba Amoah. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
God is still
Happy
in the
New Year.
working business.
He is,
taking care of his children. Happy New Year to you also.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hope you're fine.
Oh, I am.
The pause. Oh.
Because I was thinking if I'm really, really fine.
Are you really fine?
No.
What's the problem?
Oh, this question, you don't have to be asking this question because it comes with bills.
Oh.
Yeah, you shouldn't be asking what's the problem. It comes with a lot of bills.
Well, maybe the problem could be solved by just a bit of advice. Then I'll be good to go.
No,
the bills will find its way somewhere.
This problem requires money. Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Oh no! After the show.
Another music break.
Let's hear it. Who knows?
You never know.
Somebody could solve it. Anyway, we'll get into the conversation shortly. Stay with us.
How many times did they write to me essays? Then go they watch in my face, see they vex it. Nyanku pon and sound on no icing. On my keko, used to starve but now we get options. Get to style and sometimes it is such a things are going and I'm taking my lessons. To me down, try to keep your one eye open. Left eye closed and the right eye working. One eye open, no. To me down, keep your one eye open. One eye open, one eye open, one eye open, no. I live in a city of police. I know they trying to be one of them sillies. I chase my cities, I buy my gunny, and I tread carefully. Some people attacking me rampant, keeping it cool, Rasta man, cause I keep on balling in pain. I keep on balling in red Mosala. Some people who asking me Aza, sending me dollar, sending me Zaza, messaging me flowers, so asking me how far to me, the Messiah, see me from down. Some people.
Right, and that's Black Sheriff with eye open, of course. In a part of the world, you should keep an eye open all the time. But Nana, before we went for the musical break, you're talking about what's the problem coming with what? The answer to the question.
You know, when you ask people how they are, automatically we say, "Oh, I'm fine."
Yeah.
But I tend to pause and think if I'm really, really fine. Are you asking because you're trying to make conversation or you really want an answer?
Oh, of course, I want an answer. Not just conversation. I want an answer.
You want an answer? Then I'm not really, really well.
What's the problem?
I need money. Money.
Everybody does, isn't it?
Do you?
We all need money.
I don't think you do. Because the way you're looking bubbly and good this morning, I'm not sure. I think you have it.
Amen.
Well, amen to that.
Yeah,
share it, okay? Share.
Oh, would share. would share with those who would share with those we can share with.
I'm one of them.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you don't think I qualify?
Oh, no, I do not think. I do not think so.
I don't look like my problem, so.
No, I don't think that I can share that money with you.
Why?
You need more than that.
Bless your soul.
Yeah, you need more than that. Anyway, let's talk about the Women of Valor for 2026. And for some time, I realized that it's been held outside the country. We'll get to that shortly. But the theme for this year is pursuit of fearlessness. Now, why is that theme important now for women globally?
Well, it is important because fearlessness is not aggression. Fearlessness is character, and the pursuit of it is really who you are. We want women to wake up in the morning and be not afraid to leave relationships that are toxic, to leave organizations that are toxic. If they have other opportunities, we encourage them to take it. We want women to not be afraid to speak up, to not be afraid because people will judge them. So there are so many fears because they are afraid they will be judged. They are afraid they'll be called names because they are showing signs of being courageous. They're afraid of so many things, and every morning we want you to make an attempt to pursue fearlessness, because every day we are afraid of something. When you move your car, you're afraid of what the next crazy person will do on the road, but you still move it anyway. And basically that's what we are saying, that life goes on whether you're afraid or not. So why don't you pursue fearlessness? Basically that's
great. And I realized this year's will be in London. The last time I think it was in Paris.
Last year was Paris.
This year's going to be in London. But how will this be different from the previous events?
Well, in Paris was pretty straightforward. We started with our speakers and that's how we ended. In London, we have exhibitions. So the London event is starting at 3 p.m. with an exhibition. We have vendors who will be exhibiting, and you've got to own a business. I mean, you've got to be a female business owner to be able to exhibit. So if you are a man with a business, well, you probably have to hide behind a woman because you can't exhibit. And then we'll have panel discussions as well. That's a new addition we've added, and then the main speakers come on board. So that's what's different this year.
I'm just curious because this is an event that started in Ghana, Women of Valor. It went to Paris, it's going to London. Does it mean that now we're no longer going to have it in Ghana? You're taking it globally?
No, we will come back. It will come back to Accra. What we are also trying to do is to give women an opportunity to see the world and build international connections. So, for instance, when we went to Paris last year, about 85% of the women who traveled with us from Accra to Paris had never been to Europe. Some of them had never even boarded a flight, and so it was the first time for them. And that's the kind of opportunities we want to give to women who sign on to Women of Valor, to see the world, to see how things are done in other places, come back home with the experiences and help their businesses grow, build better connections, proper conversations. That's basically what we are doing, but it will come back to Accra, definitely.
Now we know that Women of Valor has always prioritized real courage stories. So what kind of conversations will the London conference focus on?
Well, so it's the pursuit of fearlessness, and all our speakers this year have been able to overcome several challenges. For instance, in Ghana, we have Nanama McBrown, who will be speaking. If you followed Nanama McBrown's journey, her trajectory, she's not one who acquired formal education. She's a real hustler. At some point, Nanama was driving trucks from Ghana to Ivory Coast because she was trying to eke a living. Nanama at some point was a footballer. She's tried all sorts of things, and now look at Nanama McBrown. She has a formidable career. You can't talk about the top 5 actresses or TV presenters in Ghana without mentioning Nanama McBrown. And then from Nigeria, we have Kate Henshaw. She's a veteran actress. She's overcome so many challenges. She'll be sharing her story as well. From the USA, we have a lady called Deborah Shanley. Deborah is a survivor of childhood sexual abuse. Her father, who is a pastor, abused her for 7 years when she was a child, and she's managed to break free now. She's ready to share her story. She had to pursue fearlessness every day to be able to overcome that trauma, and so she'll be sharing her story as well. And then we have the former UK Director for International Trade, Leslie Batchelor, who is now responsible for export boot camps in the UK. She'll be speaking as well. For her is a connection with women who are trying to set up businesses, whether in Ghana, whether in any part of Africa, or whether in the UK. She provides counseling, advice, proper advice on how to go about setting up internationally. And so we have all of these speakers coming on board, and that's what the conversation will be about.
Great. So for young women listening in Ghana and across the world who want to be part of this year's Women of Valor, how can they be part?
Well, we have a travel package, just like we did for Paris, and it's very affordable. $3,500 for one package, and another is $4,000 if you want to be in a room alone. But if you want to share with a friend or a sister, it's $3,500 per person, and it covers everything. It covers accommodation, it covers flight in and out, it covers pickup from the airport to the hotel, and from the hotel to the airport when you're coming back to Accra. It covers tours in Accra because we'll be touring iconic places in London. It covers your entry into the event itself and visa assistance as well. So it's very affordable because we want everyone to be part of it. But remember, if you're applying, you need proper documentation.
I like that. Anyway, what message would you leave for the young men and women listening to us currently?
Well, I want the young women to know that it is okay to be afraid, but you must make a decision to pursue fearlessness. But my message really will go to the men. The men must support women, protect their dignity, and remember that courage, being courageous, is not aggression, it is a character. And we must celebrate women who are courageous and not tag them and not give them names. Okay. That's basically my message to men.
Now, Fifi Taki says, please tell Abba I am coming. I love London. Can I come and share my story as well?
Which story?
I don't know. That's a message he sent to me, that he loves London. He wants to come.
I know he loves London, but Fifi, please organize Men of Valor and share your story there.
Well, Fifi, you've got your response there. Anyway, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, Winston. I hope to see you at one of our events very soon, because men attend as well.
No problem. I'll try.
You will.
Yes. I'll try and be at one of the events.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Joining us. Wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And let's see. Who knows? I might just surprise you and be in London.
Okay, that would be a lovely surprise.
Great.
Thank you.
Problem there. Better call Jesus. I'm only. Big man, not the ball on me. I watch your face. I seen the hope and it dawned on me. Everything could have been lovely, but I'm just another guy. I'm just another guy. Obsessed to my morals, concerned to my liberty. Options overflow. I'm not gonna lie, there's a change in my energy. Playing, I never go down. If I step down, toes my apologies. Everything could have been lovely, but I'm just another guy. Just another guy. If I could, you wouldn't tell me to sacrifice it all. But I'm just another guy, just another guy. If I could, you wouldn't tell me to sacrifice it all. But I'm just another guy, just another money line home. Give me day one, get your crypto, dollar city saver. For me, let's talk and I'll go see you later. Lucky champion, then no fit to bring down. Down with them now, in the final boss. 1,000 bullets to my body on form. Samurai swings, what a situation. But when the money long, you know fit to take them with the party day long. Obsessed to my moral, concerned for my liberty. Options overflow, it's gonna last, a change in my energy. Rain, I never go down. Never step down, toes my apology. Everything would have been lovely. Just another guy, just another guy. If I could, you wouldn't tell me to sacrifice it all. But I'm just another guy, just another guy. If I could, you wouldn't tell me to sacrifice it all. But I'm just another guy, just another guy. If I could, you wouldn't tell me to sacrifice it all. But I'm just another guy, just another guy. If I could, you wouldn't tell me to sacrifice it all. But I'm just another guy, just another guy. Being I never go down. Step compose my apologies. Everything would have been lovely, but I'm just another guy, just another guy.
Coffee in your cup, enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
99.7 FM. Joy 99.7 FM.
Still live here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And guess who's visiting us? Citizen Ato.
Hey, Charlie. Howdy. Yeah.
The kids haven't recovered from the grilled pork, the flame grilled pork laced with barbecue sauce and all of that from the the party in the park. We want Uncle Winston's pork. Charlie.
See, tell them I'll do a special one for them. Okay, all they have to do is just to tell you that, Daddy, we want to enjoy Uncle Winston's pork, and I would get them special pork.
Yeah. you know the interesting thing about today is Friday. I was born on a Friday. My mother was born on a Friday. My younger sister was born on a Friday. My only son is born on a Friday. So Friday definitely has to bring something to all of us.
I was also born on a Friday.
Charlie, then it means before.
My father too was born on Friday. So that's all there is to the Friday borns in my family.
And we had Robert Kuman's 50th birthday on a Friday as well. Yeah, Charlie, Friday.
I was in my farm.
Hey, but talk about birthdays. Yesterday, one of the most successful club chairman in Ghanaian football history, Harry Zakor, turned 78.
Whoa, God bless him.
Yes, he looks very strong. He's up and about, and we got together to celebrate him. So Uncle Harry Zakor, former chairman of Accra Hearts of Oak, they call him the Millennium Chairman because he won a set of trophies for Hearts that had never come in the history over a certain period when he was in charge.
But not before you go, some of them is the one
church elder. Yeah.
Before you go, who takes the AFCON? Senegal or Morocco?
Let me sound a little okay. I'm going to give you two sides to the coin. Okay. Now, I always like to lean towards the awkward stories, okay? Because as it stands now, everything is pointing in the direction of Morocco. They have hosted an amazing tournament. They have given Africa the needed shine internationally. They have given the world justification for why they won the bid to co-host the 2030 World Cup. And they have set a new standard when it comes to ensuring that you have a fluid and an effectively organized tournament. Away from that as well, let's remember that in the last FIFA World Cup, Morocco did something significant in realizing a position that no other African team had realized, and that was the 4th position. Now it gives us a wake-up call that African teams can look up to the main trophy of the FIFA World Cup. I don't know whether this will happen in our generation, but I pray that it does happen. On the back of all of that, Morocco there was a lot of expectation on Morocco in the last AFCON. Unfortunately, they couldn't deliver. But now they're sitting comfortably in their backyard. The voices are screaming behind them and pushing them. And tactically and technically as well, they are gifted, and they have one of the biggest discoveries, if not the biggest, in Diaz of Real Madrid. I'm sure that Real Madrid, especially at this time that they're going through what I'll call a quick transition in terms of technical leadership, would want to take a second look at him and give him bigger responsibilities when he returns from the AFCON. All of that put together, like I was saying, I would like to see a disruption in the norm where, you'd expect like what happened in Cote d'Ivoire where, Cote d'Ivoire won. But then you're looking at the Senegalese side who, in the last 5 editions have shown a lot of strength, won one of them, and they won it under the guidance of a former captain of the side who is also a legend in Aliou Cissé. After 7 years, he got it right. And so it will be beautiful to see that disappointment, that you have 90% of the home fans walking away knowing that the trophy has gone to another team. Remember, it happened in the 2000s when Nigeria played against Cameroon in that pulsating penalty shootout that saw Cameroon overcome Nigeria right before their home fans. And so these are the interesting stories that give dynamism to the game in terms of result, because I'm sure you won't be surprised if Morocco win this tournament. You won't be surprised at all, because everything is pointing
is that Morocco should
win. And in terms of the football reasons, what is played on the pitch, their play patterns, their bite in attack and all of that, they just have gotten it right. And so there's no surprise if they, but I'm looking more towards a disruption.
Okay, so you want a disruption, so you support Senegal to win this. I'm sure Nana Banama would agree with you on
Absolutely. Absolutely. For West African reasons.
West African reasons.
Oh yes. Senegal must take that trophy.
Okay, you don't want it to stay in. You want it to stay in West Africa.
Yes,
not go to North Africa.
As it shouldn't be in North Africa. If it's coming to West Africa, as long as it's not going to Nigeria, I'm excited about it.
But why did you have to bring in Nigeria? They are not in the final.
They have to be reminded
that
they've been kicked out.
Oh,
they were not good enough. Yes.
But you were not at the tournament itself.
We don't like AFCON.
You like World Cup?
Yes. We want to play with a big.
I tell you something. Nanaba used to be the host of the Divas show. The Divas show was a 90% sports and entertainment show on TV3 back in the time, and it was a well patronized show. We used to appear on it and do a lot of analysis, a lot of against analysis and all of that. Mixed it up with
against Man United.
Yeah, mixed it up with style, arts, and entertainment. And I'm just getting a throwback right now. But the interesting thing about this Ghana-Nigeria rivalry is that just in the last 24 hours, one of the biggest trending stories has been that of Rio Ferdinand interviewing Asamoah Gyan.
Yes.
And Asamoah Gyan spoke, about this rivalry and talked about the true love that exists between the two nations. I mean, we have Togo and Benin between Ghana and Nigeria, but in practical terms, I mean, you are not able to see that we're not neighbors geographically. But then the important thing here is that there's a sporting rivalry. It's healthy. But one way or the other, many Ghanaians, while they may be disappointed for various reasons, would also want to keep, what would I call it? There's this thing around our 4 titles, which we also have to keep, because if Nigeria had won this tournament, it meant that they were going at par with us, and so that also becomes a wake-up call for the Black Stars of Ghana. That
but
listen,
now Egypt's Cameroon have all won it more than us.
I know, but
As
that's
long as
Egypt and
Nigeria is
Cameroon.
not
Let them
going
stay in that
past
league.
us.
Let them stay in that league. We also have our 4, and I'm saying we just need to guard it jealously because, time is running. We know Cote d'Ivoire. We sat down. We watched Cote d'Ivoire. We had to be at the receiving end of 2 of their title triumphs. That's in 1992 and the last one in 2015. And all of them had to come through penalty shootouts. And so Cote d'Ivoire are also very close to us. Nigeria are close to us. And this also means there is a wake-up call. And that has to be part of the agenda that the Black Stars are pushing for into the future as we prepare for the World Cup. It has to be a radical change, and we have to start playing, and we have to win something. There are many young people, semi-young people, who have hit the, anybody who was born between 1983 and now hasn't necessarily seen Ghana win an AFCON trophy. And that is serious.
Even those who were born in 1978 didn't see Ghana win an AFCON trophy.
Let alone they did.
Where were they? Our last win was in 1982. So, my guy, I mean, as for Ghana winning an AFCON trophy, we give up on that one.
It's been too long.
Yeah.
Were you doing your national service back in 1982?
I was at the stadium.
That's a good one.
And that also makes us celebrate the memory of our former president, Jerry John Rawlings. He played a very, very big role. Remember that Jerry John Rawlings, being our longest serving head of state stroke president, is one who also supervised our most successful era in achievements when it comes to sport. Now, the 1982 AFCON is critical and key in the sense that we had economic challenges. We had it was a very tough, tight time, but Rawlings went down to the level of these players, was part of the whole idea of getting them there, flying the team out to Libya to go and play, and all of that. So he was involved in the process. And each of the players who played, I remember at the time Abedi Pele was a teenager, and so at the time, the bit about killing yourself for your nation was not something that was far away from you, because the reality was staring right in your face. The head of state himself is part of it. He's inspiring you. He comes to visit you in camp and is part of the story and the process. And so while we look towards this weekend, tomorrow and Sunday, all of these things are hitting us and telling us that, listen, we're celebrating Nigeria, we're celebrating, we're celebrating all the others.
Nigeria?
Nigeria will play tomorrow.
Who cares about that game? It's a useless game. The third place games are useless. They should scrap it.
That's another subject for another day.
Well, in Europe, there's no third place.
Yes, and you do know that we've had a reform, a major reform, where the AFCON will be played every 4 years. That also then means that we're going to play on an odd year against the World Cup. Away from that as well, it then gives African players and our African teams a lot of time. This conversation about African players and leaving their clubs to come. Asamoah Gyan told Rio yesterday that, listen, I do my AFCON. My AFCON means the World Cup to me. And I think that's where we should get the conversation, where the clubs, the players themselves realize the true value of the Africa Cup of Nations tournament. We do not have much time, but otherwise would also start getting into on another date, on an appropriate day, would sit and look at the real commercial value of the Africa Cup of Nations. Now, the prize money has been improved by Patrice Motsepe. I know that it's a far cry from what you see in other confederations like Europe and the Americas and all of that, but at least it's a good start, because when you look at that $10 million, Ghana, in our preparing to play in the last AFCON, how much did we spend to prepare and play in the tournament and execute our participation in the tournament? All of these are conversations we need to have. So as we go along as well, we need to start looking at all of that. It's a good start, but as we go along, we need to improve so that we place the AFCON where it really is supposed to be when it comes to
So you don't think it should
relevance.
move to off-season? I think it will make perfect sense. No?
Well, it's good to move it up season. There's no doubt about that. You remember that Jurgen Klopp at the time when he was in charge of Liverpool had to complain about, it didn't necessarily have to do with the AFCON, but then he had to complain about a lot of activity during the off-season and how it affects, especially during the periods when these tournaments are coming up. I mean, you have the Copa America and all of that. So players will go and play in there, and then immediately they return for preseason, and then they have to go and play in the league. Whilst the league is playing, you have cup competitions coming up. Whilst you are doing well, you are honoring your league, responsibilities, and then you have to go and play in these tournaments as well. So all of this put in perspective, we just need to look at how it is placed. There are those who have said that, listen, the AFCON is the AFCON. If when time comes for our players to play, they have to be released to play. But then the European clubs also think, listen, we are paying you and we're breaking the bank to pay you good salaries, and we need to make use of your services, especially when it gets to that crucial time of the season.
January, it's a peak season.
Yeah.
Well, so you're saying that maybe we should have it at every 4 years off season.
Well, it's been agreed on, so we're going to have that format, and it will be aligned properly when we play the next AFCON. Then it will be aligned properly, and after that we will start playing the tournament every 4 years.
Hopefully Ghana qualifies for that one.
We'll qualify for the next.
You think?
We are returning to the next AFCON. There's no doubt about that.
But we have to, we have to change our technical team.
I tell you something.
Just the technical team.
You see, what we have in the Black Stars now is a very weird mix of everything. Now, you have a technical team that has seen hot and cold. Hot in the sense that, I mean, we've seen them perform. Cold in the sense that we've seen them at the lowest, which is not qualifying for the AFCON. And then, on the other hand as well, you have a situation where we have amazing talent to boast of. Players who are playing regular football, playing at the highest level, and show so much form. Now the question is how to put these players together to deliver. 2 days ago, I was having a conversation with myself, Kwame Sefakai, and a few other good friends. We're having a conversation about Antoine Semenyo and this big one that he's landed. It's one of the biggest stories on the African continent when it comes to January transfers, especially because we know that there's a lot of focus on the summer transfer. January transfers are not exactly exciting. Now, you have an Antoine Semenyo, you have an Inaki Williams, for instance, who are on blistering hot form at their respective clubs. Okay. Yet when they get to the Black Stars, it's difficult. And then I brought in the analogy of an Iniesta and a Messi. And I'm asking both of you, Nanaba and Winston, without Andreas Iniesta, do we think that Lionel Messi could have done as much as he did during that period in Barcelona?
Absolutely not.
Exactly the point. And so the simple thing is, For these players, it's about aligning properly, understanding them in totality, their positioning, the mindset, the game mindset, and all of that, and giving them the needed support up the pitch. So, for instance, what do you want to use Antoine Semenyo for? You want to use him as an arrowhead, so then he needs supply. Now, remember that a player like Antoine Semenyo likes to push his way around, do part of the job and get the job done. And Inaki as well, but Inaki, when he's properly placed up front and there's good supply, he's able to, net in the goals. So the thing is, we need to now look at what kind of support system we have, especially up on the attack midfield, okay? The attacking line of the midfield, and how well they are playing. And then another thing we also need to understand is that on the field of play, there's a lot of telepathy. Now, the Iniesta-Messi example that I'm giving, for instance, has to do with a long-running relationship on the pitch, off the pitch, and all of that. So they understand each other. It's like boxing and some of the biggest stories between boxers and their trainers. Akoto used to tell me that Oko Dampton, he could close his eyes and just continue doing what Oko, he could anticipate Oko Dampton because they had done it so many times together. They had been together for so long that it was so easy to preempt, and so it's about getting those kinds of relationships on the pitch.
Let me bring in Anama because she thinks we have to do more beyond our technical team.
Oh yeah. Do I have to say what I want to say?
Please say it.
I really don't think that our coach should be the coach of the national team.
Okay, Otuado.
No, he shouldn't be. He shouldn't be. I mean, it's sad that we are going into the World Cup with him. Really, really sad.
Oh, you want him changed before the World Cup?
Well, I don't know. Nat knows. Is it possible? It should be possible. It should be possible. I do not think that he has what it takes to give Ghana what we really are looking for at the World Cup. He's more of a spectator than a coach. No, honestly, this is how I feel.
Yeah. So I have a divergent opinion. I have a divergent opinion.
You allow her to finish.
Yeah,
you allow her to finish. Yes.
I don't think that we will go into this World Cup and it will be business as usual. It will be, let's try and win the first game. There is no plan. I've seen the Black Stars play. We've all seen the Black Stars play. It is trial and error. There is no plan. Matrai. That's what we do. That's what is going to happen in our game against Panama, against
we win
England.
Against Panama.
You think?
Yeah, we win.
Yeah.
We win that one. We win that one and hope that we qualify as one of the best.
This is exactly what is going to happen in the US. Hope. Hope.
But that's what we do.
No. If you have a proper plan, if you have a proper strategy, if you have a coach who is really serious about
try win
winning
against Panama, get a draw against Croatia.
Okay, I have a divergent opinion, and I'll tell you what it is. I think it will be suicidal at this point to want to change. I mean, if it was 3 months ago, I'd have said the same thing, that we change Otuado. Now, I'll tell you why. We have only a handful of stories globally that go to lend credence to changing coaches at the last minute. I mean, we've had a close example here in Ghana, and that is when we qualified for the first World Cup. Remember that Mariano Barreto in the late 2000s was the one who started off our campaign. He had an amazing relationship with the players, and if you speak to Stephen Apea, Lai Kingston, Muntari, and all the players, John Painter, they'll tell you about it. I mean, they lived like brothers, they lived like siblings. What happened? Ghanaians loved Mariano Barreto, but what happened? At a certain point, he had to leave. Enter
Dukovic.
Ratomir Dukovic, okay? And then he came and started the tradition of our relationship with Serbian coaches. Now he came in, he joined the bandwagon at the same speed and moved along, okay? We managed to get into the second round of the World Cup, lost to Brazil, and came back home. It was a good first appearance. But you see, it is very rare to have situations like these, because there's a lot of catching up to do technically. There's a lot in terms of aligning with the mentality. So what are you going to do? You are going to take off the whole backroom staff, bring a new backroom staff to work with. Because, for instance, if you bring a certain coach and he says that, listen, I'm coming in with my backroom staff as my as part of my package, there's nothing you can do about it. So what happens to all the work that has been done? And secondly, I don't think it will be too fair on Otuado. In as much as we're all looking for results and we want to set the bar very high for him, it won't be too fair on him to suggest that he doesn't have a plan. Because trust me, as we speak, I mean, just this weekend, like I said, we've had loads and loads of conversations about the World Cup, and one of them, we're having a conversation with one former player. He played in the 2006 World Cup with the Black Stars, and he was talking about how he hasn't seen anything when it comes to our plans for scouting. But remember, scouting is a covert operation. Scouting is like a security operation. You don't necessarily let out the identity of your scouts. You understand me? And one of the things that helped us to perform well for our first appearance at the World Cup is the job that the likes of Coach Saki, the late Cecil Jones, Atukwefiu, and Coach Ade did on our opponents. Okay, so by now you expect that reports are coming in. A lot is being done in terms of monitoring the players of our opposing teams. But the thing is, since we had our last but one qualifier with that we played against CAR in Morocco, which I covered, I haven't had a sit-down conversation with Otuado, so I wouldn't sit here and boast of knowing what exactly he's doing. So let's see how things go. I'm pro-Ghanaian at this time. I know that there are some realities confronting us. Nanaba has placed a few realities before us, which we cannot run away from. But see, when we get to the World Cup, it could be anybody's game. Remember, we went in 2006. We went in as an underdog. And Stephen Appiah told me something a couple of months ago. Stephen Appiah said to me that one of the reasons why they beat the US and beat them in that fashion is that Bruce Arena, who at the time was the head coach of the US team, made a disrespectful comment about the Black Stars, more or less like, would because at the time, if you remember, exactly, because if you remember, at the time the Black Stars were rated way below the US. The US were number 5 in the world at the time, and so it was something that would be done with cheeky ease. But what happened? The players heard that, and they were like, "Look, we need to change this narrative, and we need to teach them a lesson."
Citizen Ato, thank you very much.
Thank you, Uncle Winston.
We'll see about the Otuado bit, but the Matra Makwe is what we do.
We need to bring those players as well. The players born in England, other countries. We need to bring them in. And this attitude of not saying that they didn't help us qualify, so they can, that is arrogance.
We should bring them in.
That is arrogance.
My last comment. Nanaba, my last comment on this one. My last comment. Very quick one. Trust me. You know something?
I'll give you the last word now.
At least two players. Two Black Stars players have said to me, especially when we had the Kevin Prince Boateng incident in Brazil.
Brazil, yeah.
You know what he said to me? Let me try to quote verbal. He said, "She na yen Jimmy na yen kobo qualifiers. No na waba last minute. Na wabe we will camp." So you can imagine.
But shouldn't they also know
that was one incident?
The fact that you played the qualifiers doesn't mean automatically that you play in the World Cup.
Absolutely.
I think that our national team.
The qualifiers?
I think that we need to set standards for our national team. You understand?
Let me get on about the last. Yes.
My last word is this, and I agree with you. The fact that you play the qualifiers does not automatically mean that you can play at the World Cup. In the qualifiers, who did you play? Which country did you come up against? We saw them play against DRC, Mali, and other countries. They struggled. We struggled to win, and so it is arrogance to say that because these boys did not help us.
These players that we're talking about, Nketiah?
Nketiah should be playing.
And Hudson
Odoi, they should come.
But Nketiah is struggling to get in the goals. Nketiah is not scoring the goals as you'd expect him.
This conversation, we have to have it.
On that note, still
Charlie, there's a fine bottle of single malt waiting for us somewhere. You know,
I'll be right back.
From Accra to Paris and now to London, Nanaba Amoah presents Women of Valor London 2026 under the theme The Pursuit of Fearlessness. Come and listen to actress and television presenter Nanama McBrown from Ghana, actress Kate Henshaw from Nigeria, Leslie Batchelor, CEO of Export Boot Camps and former Director General UK Institute of Export and International Trade from the UK, Deborah Shanley, survivor of sexual abuse from the USA, and from France, Clarisse Magnan, senior partner and managing director of McKinsey France. Join us on 7th March 2026 at the London Hilton on Park Lane. Call 0556 749872 or 0551 557700 for our travel package. Visit www.womenof-valor.co for more details. Women of Valor London 2026 is in association with ECOWAS Bank for Investment and Development, Goldport Jewelry, Lexus Global, Travel Wings, and Joy 99.7 FM.
Still live here on the Super Morning Show, but receiving money from your loved ones abroad should never be complicated with CBG Money Transfer Services. You enjoy a fast, secure, and convenient way to access your funds abroad. Visit any CBG branch nationwide to receive funds from leading global partners, including Remit, Western Union, MoneyGram, RIA, Unity Link, Pay and Jill, Transfast, Tap Send, Therapy, and Thunes. All you need is your valid national ID, phone number, and transfer reference number, and will ensure a smooth and stress-free experience from start to finish. For inquiries, call 0302216000. Email talk to us at cbg.com.gh or reach us on Facebook, Instagram, and X. Terms and conditions apply. CBG, we stand with you. But if you need fuel, make that smart stop at Star Oil, Ghana's largest oil marketing company. With over 240 stations nationwide, Star Oil gives you high-quality fuel, great service, and real value for money. And this is why many Ghanaians are switching to Star Oil. And with a Star card, you can enjoy safe, cashless fueling and easy expense tracking. So wherever you go, choose Star Oil for your quality and affordable fuel. So new beginnings, new energy, new you, and it's the return of joy at the mall at the Achimota Retail Center, which is giving you the perfect opportunity to start the year on a healthy and refreshing note. So this is the time to renew your energy and gain the momentum you need to chase your dreams throughout the year. New year, new you, step together, celebrate together. From the 23rd to 25th of January 2026, discover perfect wellness products to support your wellness goals. Health accessories, fitness equipment, organic and natural items will be on exhibition on January 24. Join Lexus Bill for a fitness walk around Achimota, followed by an exciting aerobic session at the center. Register for free by calling 0500,000 828 or dial star 800 star 066 hash. Start the year right with good health, great energy, and positive vibes. Meet your favorite Joy FM presenters and celebrities and create unforgettable moments at Achimota Retail Center and your vibes in Kwa. But was 2025 a good year for your business? Well, if it wasn't, then 2026 must be a year of growth for your business. But how do you ensure you don't miss the numerous Africa opportunities in 2026? Well, join the over 400 business and policy leaders as experts at the Crystal Ball Africa 2026. Review the opportunities and how to take advantage is on Thursday, the 22nd of January 2026 at the Labadi Beach Hotel. Time 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Theme, the Africa opportunity. Time to take advantage. Don't miss the chance to network and tap into the new opportunities. Register now to secure your spot at crystalballafrica.com. And the event is powered by AB and David Africa. So have you guys heard the latest from MTN? Well, let me share it with you. For those of you who loved MTN Free After One, prepare for the upgraded experience that is MTN Free After One Extra. So let me tell you what the Extra is all about. With MTN Free After One Extra, you can talk for 1 whole hour uninterrupted while paying for only the first minute of every 10 minutes you talk. Which means for every 10 minutes you talk within the hour, you only pay for the first minute, and you get to talk for 60 straight minutes with no interruptions. You like what you hear? I love what I'm telling you. Well, I see that's not enough. You also get 100 megabytes of data for free after your first call on Saturdays. So you see, now is the time to talk extra with all the people you love. To subscribe to MTN Free After One Extra today, just dial star 550 hash, star 550 hash, and follow the prompt. Now, your number one supplier of quality office essentials, equipment, and furniture at affordable prices, Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited. They've introduced their online store for your shopping convenience, which means you can now shop by simply logging on to kingdomstoreonline.com without physically coming to any of their branches. It's hassle-free, and they will arrange delivery to your home and office within a reasonable time. They offer free delivery within Accra and Tama, and they accept payment via Momo across all networks. Terms and conditions, however, apply at Kingdom. Quality and affordability are their hallmarks. Well, that's all from us this morning here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. On behalf of the team led by Samir Dame, my name is Winston Amoah. Do have a lovely day. Catch you on Monday.
Alright, stop, collaborate and listen. One minute, one minute, one minute.